further ado, I'd like to welcome everybody back. It's been a little while. Been a while indeed.
Yeah.
How we all doing today?
Not bad.
Yep, pretty good, pretty good.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody out there in old TV land. Welcome to a long overdue episode of Chang's Revolution.
The Revolution.
We've got a couple of guests here. If we wouldn't mind, if you could reach and just adjust that cam so it's centered both of you. And then the other way.
I think other way.
The other way. Yeah. There you go.
Good.
Look at those hands. Look
How's
at the
that?
punums.
Can you see my neck? Are you getting my neck in it?
I'm getting your neck in
Good,
it.
good,
Yeah, yeah.
good,
Yeah.
good. I'm glad.
Yeah. You can do it. Put your neck
Good.
into it.
I got two collars on for this.
How you doing, boys?
Occasion. Great. Fantastic.
Yep,
Yeah,
pretty good,
on,
pretty good.
On a happy Wednesday, a balmy Wednesday afternoon.
It is pretty warm.
Yeah. Is that what balmy means?
Balmy means like pretty hot or warm.
I thought
Oh,
it
is
meant
it?
like it was moist.
Yeah. I thought it was sultry.
Mm.
Remember Throw Mama from the Train where you couldn't find the word?
I'm going to
And the
Google
old
it.
gal,
Googling
she drops sultry on him. That old broad. Yeah.
How do I sound right now? Am I sounding good?
She sounds sexy as
Nice.
sexy. That's
Damn
I think
right.
it sounds a little low on my voice. Is it okay?
Huh?
What?
Yeah. Well, that's what you got the cans for, bro. So you can hear what's going on. So you can gauge like how close or how far you need to be from your mic.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
How about we set it off?
Yeah.
Some,
How about we do?
yeah, fucking shot, boys.
Right.
Welcome back.
Make it happen.
Revolution.
Hey, what do you say
Yep,
we make?
cheers.
What do you say we make dreams come true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Cheers,
Salud.
boys. Welcome back. Ooh, a little alcoholic ASMR there for you.
Love apple juice.
Love it.
Love it.
I feel like Frank Drebin.
Right.
I love it.
I love it.
When he's bathing in raw sewage, remember?
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
The all right. But anyway, so welcome, boys. We've got the infamous King Scribbler.
King
in our
Scribbly,
presence.
Scribbly dibs.
Yeah, you ready to scribble?
Fucking scribbling right now, bro.
Nice.
Never
I
stop,
knew I felt
won't stop.
something. Who's that?
That's your name, the Scribbler?
Who's that tall drink of water next to you?
Well, he's asking you.
Oh, is it Ubermoon?
Is that the Markitect?
Yeah,
I
Markitect.
think that's the Markitect.
Markitect.
Yep, that's my old nickname. I like it.
Nano
You know, I
Joe.
know. You know how I know that's the Markitect?
Markitect.
You know why? Because I can feel from over here. I can feel from already all the way over here. He's got designs on me.
The Marktician. Marktician.
Yeah.
And you're across the bar, too.
Yeah.
Raising
Oh,
the
you're
dead.
fucking right. I am. Right. Away from that longing gaze and those beautiful blue eyes.
The Marktician.
I'm just kidding.
Dolling up the dead for 20
Right?
years.
Yeah. But opening remarks. Current events.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of, huh?
A shit show.
Oh, I thought you said Chucho.
Oh, no.
Like-
No.
Oh.
He only responds to the shit
Yeah.
show. Yeah, it's been crazy.
Why? Why? What's going on?
Well,
Tell
I
me.
mean, have you seen what's going on with,
Taylor Swift? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I know what's going on, Taylor
let's
Swift.
talk Puff Daddy for a second.
You think I'm not a Swiftie, bro?
Hold on. Keep it swifty, bro.
Yeah.
I just
Show
heard
me
about
what you
Puff
got.
Daddy. My gosh.
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
This is insane. Insane.
Tell
Insane.
me. Do tell.
Well, the guy's fucking on the run. He's in like Antigua. The spot is all black jet right now, and everybody's been talking like all these. I think his ex bodyguard is doing, I guess videos and such.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Is anyone listening?
Can you smell
Or listening
me now?
to you.
Well, you know, Puff Daddy. Come on, we all know his name is Puff Daddy. P. Diddler. He's been telling us all the whole time what he's up to. It's been right
I feel
in
like
plain sight.
I feel like somebody's trying to explain hip hop culture to Jordan Peterson. He said,
Yeah.
"Well, yeah, you know, there's all kinds of kids out there with the, you know,
The hips
electric
and the
twangers."
hops.
Right.
I don't know, man. It's like
So what the hell's going on?
it's like it's crumbling. Like the what do they call it? The the veil is being lifted
So
on the
from-
industry.
Yeah, from what
Right
I
now.
hear, he's like for years all the biggest stars out there that he like helped bring forward. Like I
Yeah.
don't know, Justin Bieber, a bunch of other ones.
Usher,
He was like screwing around with them the entire time, like
Yeah.
getting them drunk and
underage.
underage and like having his way with them,
Yeah.
forcing them to or tricking them into it.
This is
I
stuff
had no
everyone's
idea.
known since the 90s, bro.
Why would he need to do something like that though?
Is
Like
this
he's one of the
the,
biggest
It's
stars.
gatekeeping.
Is this the fall of the House of Not Usher?
This
that-
is,
that
yeah,
what's going
this
on?
is.
But it kind of sounds like Jerry Lee Lewis or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, come on, he's the killer.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say about Jerry Lee? Come on.
Yeah, nothing.
This guy lit his fucking piano on fire.
Yeah, he
stood
did.
there
Yeah.
and just was like, "What up?"
Yeah. And then he put out the fire with them wet panties.
Yeah, right. And then yelled, "Great balls!"
Yeah.
Just like this guy was a G.
So were the balls good?
I mean, they were great. and
They were great.
They were great.
They were great.
They were Tony the Tiger
Great
great.
balls. Yeah.
Yeah. They weren't on fire though. That's what I'm just saying.
They
Just
weren't.
letting you know, they weren't on fire. Not at all.
So give me the 30,000-foot overview. What's going on
Well,
with this?
Puff is on the run. The FBI's after him. The feds. Blah blah blah. Turns out the guy like Gene Deal, who was his former bodyguard during the Biggie days, right? Or about the Jiggy days. To keep it jiggy. He comes out and says, like Puff Daddy was a paid informant for years with the FBI and protected. You know, so he probably got the heads up, right? Left the kids at the house, at the mansion, just hopped into
He wasn't a regular informant. He was a peed informant.
he was a paid informant.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. So he hops on his plane, which is called Air Love, and just like hop, skips, and a jump to Antigua, which has like I believe no extradition to the U.S. Right, and he's just like in hiding right now, just waiting until he's officially charged and to potentially. He's probably deciding whether or not to kill himself. I think is what's happening because he's a narcissist, and you know they need to be loved, and when they're not, death is a better option. And he can't go to prison. I mean, he probably could.
Man.
He could probably
Yeah,
make it a
that's
prison
sad.
because he has shit that people need,
crazy.
which is money.
Man.
But first you get the money, then you get the power,
You imagine
then you
him-
get the respect,
You imagine him in prison with them sweet waves.
bro.
Oh yeah.
Bro,
Somebody be rocking his boat.
you know what I mean? With the shiny pants.
Yeah, maybe he would like prison then.
No, he would love it. He would love it, dude. He's just like shitting on people, just like dookie in it everywhere. There just be his whole cell is just doo doo, and he's like, "Come in, boys." They look like what's the guy's name? Charlie Bronson, the fucking notorious English fucking prisoner, right? He just like, have you seen that movie with what's his name?
Charles Bronson?
Yeah, Charles
Death
Bronson.
Wish?
No,
Yeah.
not
When
the
he-
Lithuanian
When he
action
goes and
star.
kills the bad guys who
Yeah.
look like fucking Batman henchmen. The one guy with the pot on his head, and the other guy was like, "Yeah, it's underwear, man."
He looks like Lee Van Cleef on steroids.
Yeah.
No, I mean like the Charlie Bronson, the notorious fucking British prisoner. What he would do if you saw the movie with I can't remember the guy's name. He played Spawn. Oh, not Spawn. What the fuck's it called? Venom. And that dude Charlie Bronson would just like rub shit all over himself. Take a shit, just like, come on, boys, bring it.
Yeah,
Bring
but
it.
I mean, who doesn't?
I mean,
Who
that's
doesn't
Puff.
do
I
that?
can imagine that.
I had
would
to
be Puff
stop the
Daddy.
Markitect from doing that just last night.
That'd be Puff Daddy. Just like what? You can try to threaten me with a good time.
Right.
You will lose, bro.
You will lose.
You will lose.
Yeah.
Lose it.
Yeah. So,
I don't know.
something we've all known for a while.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise. Turns out to be truthsies.
But you think Justin Bieber at his height would have came out and said, "Hey, dude, when I was 14, you know, this guy was making me like lick his balls.
that guy fingered me,
He was making me shave his
and I
balls."
didn't love it. Something to that effect.
Excuse me. That's my best camera face.
Yeah.
Is mid sneeze.
Yeah. It's all right. So, Markitect, are you up on all this?
So
You get
pop
your
culture's not really
ear
my
to the
thing.
ground.
I
You
don't
catching
really know
the
much
word
about
in the
pop-
yard.
I was just told recently about it, like maybe yesterday. So I don't know.
Mark's
about
like, he
about
peeped it.
this. Well, like how on your radar is this?
I don't really follow celebrities or any of that, so that's why. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I don't really know. I just found out like yesterday.
You're the only celebrity that I know.
That's
so,
right.
yeah. You're the most famous guy I know.
I only track you, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You know, lots of people follow me. I only follow the Markitect.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's the only videos that are recommended to me.
You know why? Because he built this city on rock and roll.
On rock and
That's
roll.
Why. Yeah. So where does it stand then?
We're just waiting to see.
So he's he's
officially
he's on
charged.
the lam.
But you know who else is on this list of defendants or co-defendants with him? Is Cuba Gooding Jr. And they added another person. I can't remember.
Is he finally going to show us the money?
I hope so. He showed P. Diddy the money.
Did he?
Yeah, the money shot.
P.
know.
Diddy?
Yeah, let's call him P. Diddy because the Puffy is just fucking really. I'm
kinda-
uncomfortable saying Puffy about a grown man or
Right?
Puff Daddy. I don't want to call him Daddy.
Yeah.
No.
I'm
I
uncomfortable.
call my
calling
dad
any-
Popsicle.
I'm uncomfortable. I know you do. But I'm
Did
I'm
he tell you?
uncomfortable
'Cause
calling
he's
anybody
uncomfortable with
Lil anything
Me too.
except Lil E. Tomlin. That's a good rapper.
She loved.
Yeah. And Lilith Fair.
Mm.
That's another one of my faves. Yeah, I enjoy that. It's a real toe tapper.
Yeah.
You know.
Hip shaker.
But hey, did you see my good buddy Don Lemon
Don Lemon.
on the news the other day?
Yeah.
He apparently he got a TV show, and he was on the X
Yeah. He did an
Yeah,
interview
he's on
with
the X.
what's his name, Musk.
with Elon Musk, right? And so he's on the X, and he's like, "Oh, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my new boss to task, and I'm going to pretend that because I'm a champion of truth, right? That's what I am, Don
Yeah.
Lemon."
We all know that though.
Because it's all, at the end of the day, it all comes down to ethics, doesn't it? Right. So, when I'm not busy rubbing my ball sack and then shoving my wet, sweaty fingers under a dude's nose, asking him if he prefers pussy or dick, when I'm
this is
not
at a Puff
doing
Daddy
that,
party.
I'm lecturing Elon Musk on ethics. So I thought, like, this Don Lemon character, he's a kind of guy that I'm not sure if you're going to be familiar with this vernacular, but he's a kind of a homie that I'd like to, with whom I'd like to kick it.
Yeah. Or,
You know what I mean?
I'd buy tickets to his next TED Talk.
His one-man show.
Right. Where can I subscribe to your
Something tells
newsletter
me there.
of
Something
awesomeness?
tells me there will be more men at that one-man show.
Dude, he's just at Puff Daddy's Freakniks.
Right?
That's it. In the Hamptons.
Yeeks.
He's out there.
Yeeks.
He calls them Don
Jeepers.
Lemons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so there's him. Who else? Who else has been other than the Markitect? The Markitect has been. He's been recently. His services have been engaged at a new place of employment, much
next
like Don Lemon.
Next month I'll be.
And
What is
then
It's going to be an adult school. So
adult.
Sounds racy. Risque.
Yeah. It's
I've been
like
teaching kids. I know. it sounds
learning-
risque, but
learning
It's going to be
after
all adults. So.
All adults?
Yeah. All adult content.
Nice. Nice.
Markitect after.
So get rid of
dark.
the firewall.
Get rid of that firewall. Right?
Get rid of it. You don't need it
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. Is that
Wait a
because he
minute.
just
It's
burned
on the up and up.
He just burned it down.
Right? 18 plus. Mm-hmm. Fuck it. I'll take
So
that
congrats.
course. I'll take that course.
Congratulations on your, yeah.
Thank
on
you.
your new appointment. So he's got a new one. Don Lemon's got new employment as well.
Where's his employment? Because I thought he got canned from the X. But apparently
that
he
was-
didn't even
yeah.
work at the X. He
But
didn't even
he
work
didn't-
at X.
Can
But
you
he-
catch me up? Who is this Don Lemon?
Don Lemon, he was like
He's
the
a-
awesomest
he's like-
CNN host.
He's like the Alfred Ed. What? What's the guy's
Alfred Ed
name?
Murrow?
Murrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
I keep confusing him
that
with
good show.
Alfred E. Newman. from
Oh,
Mad
what me
Magazine.
worry.
Right, exactly. But Edward R. Murrow, he's
Had a
the
great show.
He's the Edward R. Murrow of virtue signaling homosexuality, and stuff like that. But
Or just towing,
I'm just
don't know
looking
any
at
of that stuff.
I'm just looking at the Markitect's face
Just-
right
just
now, and he's
towing the
like,
line,
"You
stealing
fucking
lines.
talked me into this, dude. What are you doing to me?"
I came out here for a
Right.
podcast, but
Like, you
know,
promised
I
this
told
wouldn't
you, pop
go-
culture and stuff.
It's
you
okay.
know, and
We'll
news,
bro, we'll fix
this
it.
kind of
We'll
stuff, I
fix it
don't
in
know,
post.
so.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Yeah.
Well, what are you tracking, Mark? What news stories are you tracking? Like, where's your radar pointing?
Well, yeah, it depends what comes up. Like when I'm talking with my adult students, I'll research like into like whatever new topic comes up. AI is a big topic for
Fuck
us
yeah.
recently.
Yeah. Can you lean in?
Like international, yeah, like big international things going on
You-
around the world.
You notice how you hear yourself better when you lean in? That's why we have the headphones. So you lean in and you gauge like, okay, how
I
do
didn't want to
sound
blast
awesome?
it though.
Oh, no, you're far from blasting it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep going.
I just imagine it's a giant cock,
It's always a giant.
and I just like make my distance from there, my comfortability. AI, what are you thinking about that? Like, do you have any fears?
Not really fears. I'm kind of excited where it's going.
I only have
Like-
fear of AIDS.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't.
No.
I don't
That's so
because
80s.
I'm not like a savage or a junkie. So, I'm pretty much fine.
You do like poppers, so that's a risk.
I haven't been to that bar.
The
in
amyl
ages.
nitrate.
I
It's
haven't been to
certainly
poppers
a-
in a while. I only go to the manhole now. I only go to the gerbil gym. That's my favorite bar. Anyway, but
It's like
sorry,
no more Asimov parties.
No.
Some off parties.
No. Oh my goodness. Oh my.
So yeah, like I shock them every time this topic comes up. I made like so I'm using Midjourney.
Yeah, I like Midjourney.
Yeah, and on Midjourney you can make anything you want. So
Yeah.
I was giving an example of like a bear walking down a beach eating ice cream. I just made that up off the top of my
What
head.
prompts did you give it to
Pretty much that.
to generate that?
And it came out looking perfect.
Bear- the
immaculate,
bear is like a hairy-
somewhere realistic.
A
some
hairy,
looked-
fat, gay guy, like that kind of bear.
just a regular bear,
Just a
like
regular
grizzly
bear?
bear.
I can hear Midjourney
So-
yawning from your prompts, just like.
Well, after that, I told my adult students, okay, you make
Okay.
up something, and they said, okay, we want Kim Jong Un on a rocket eating ice cream,
Nice.
and it made it look awesome.
Yeah.
It made him look so cool, but it wouldn't take Kim Jong Un, so I had to put a North Korean dictator,
Yeah.
and that
You gotta
worked.
play around with the prompts.
Yeah. So then later, I was experimenting with other stuff. Apparently, you can make music, and the music, it made this song that's so freaking good. It's like a K-pop style song about Kim Jong Un on a rocket eating ice cream. It was so freaking good. They all loved it.
Are you talking about the AIs?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I made a video for it, and
Yeah.
they were like all shocked, like how really good and high quality it is.
Well, I was part of the Midjourney early beta, maybe 2022. Yeah, Jesse Lee Peterson, baby.
Sorry, exactly.
Beta. And maybe 2022, 2 years ago, and I am generating images, and you could see the graininess, so you could tell. But now,
It's perfect.
It's far more advanced, and we're talking like a year and a half, 2 years later. It's indistinguishable from a photo these days, where back then, 2022, you could totally tell AI generated images. It's amazing how how much data this thing has been just chomping down and utilizing to just push out like fucking these great images. But it's all in the prompts. So I would come up with sick ass shit, man. But my Midjourney, anyways, I got locked out of that. Now I have to do another one, and I'm still waiting to get on, because a lot of motherfuckers are Midjourneying now. I'm not happy about that.
And there's some new ones now, like Ideogram. It can actually do text
Yeah.
really, really well.
What is
like long form
Midjourneying?
text. Midjourney is if you could just type it up there, you could be people that are putting in all different types of prompts.
It's like the
for-
guy before the Filipino guy who took over for Journey. He's like he's the mid Journey man.
Yeah.
Like they had that one guy who looked like Michael Bolton with a mullet, because when Steve Perry left. Anyway, these are old concepts, but
It's before you become a carpenter in the union.
yeah,
You're just
exactly.
a journeyman.
Exactly.
But you get paid well.
Hey, what did we? Speaking of carpenters,
Yeah.
what did we just celebrate on Sunday?
Fucking, what is it? Trans Recognition Day?
Trans Recognition Day.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's what it was.
I mean, I've been celebrating
That's
it for
what
years.
it was.
so.
That's
There
a
wasn't
thing?
like a dude who came back from the dead or anything. No. There's
No,
a dude who came back from being a dude.
Yeah,
And
it's-
yeah.
It's like I don't know who I am, but now I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a
Exactly.
giny.
Yeah. And if you're on the if you're on the lawn of the White House, like don't talk about your religion. Just roll some eggs and look at these
No.
look at these trans people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know.
Yeah. Good.
Shake that cashew.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. For sure.
Where do
So
you
is
stand
that
on
what you mean by trans journeyman?
No. Nah.
I don't know.
No.
But for all that trans stuff, for me, when I left the States, that was never a thing. Now it's like a big thing. So it's weird.
When did you transition? What year was that? Early?
To Korea?
Oh,
I've been here like 11 years. So
11 years.
yeah, I've been here a long time. So when I left, like, there was no issues.
I think you're
there's
talking. I
no
think you're talking
problems.
about like the country that we're in right now.
I'm in Korea right now.
Oh,
yeah.
you mean Samoan Micronesia?
Yeah.
That's where we are right now.
We're in Micronesia.
Samoa,
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Micronesia.
No, it's Samoan Macronesia.
Oh, Macronesia.
Yeah.
No,
You
no.
never heard of that country?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. It's Samoan Macronesia. Yeah, that's where we are. A lot of people get confused because there's Koreans everywhere. Let's be honest. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're here
I mean,
too.
anywhere you are in the world, you go to the back pages of the community newspaper and you want to, you're looking for some company. Yeah, I'll tell you, there's some Korean ladies in that town because they will line up company for you, which is weird because they're all,
I've only heard about it in a Jimmy Buffett song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They go on tourism everywhere, and they have these big, giant, like, tourist group bubbles.
Yeah, they do.
Huge.
Yeah.
Like, I have a friend who went down to Thailand for his honeymoon.
I think I know
and
who
he
you're
was
talking
part of
about.
one of those
I
big
think I know
bubbles.
who you're talking about. He brought that lady back, and then she robbed him, and then is that the no? Okay.
Well, no.
Markitect's like, yes, but you don't know him. Apparently, that happens a lot.
Right.
Well, you do know him. He
that's
tried to
Randy.
come here for his like anniversary dinner.
Oh, that dude. Yeah.
He loves your barbecue.
Yeah.
Koreans are like the only people I can imagine that like when they travel, they love to see other Koreans. They get
Oh, they
excited.
need
They're like,
to.
oh, Korean?
Yeah.
They need
It's
to.
like-
I was in Paris.
It's like, bro, you're in Iceland.
I was
The whole
in
thing is he was
Paris and-
disappointed though. Like when he went down there, they took him to like a bunch of Korean restaurants. Like he wanted to try Thai food. It's like, we're bringing you to a Korean barbecue with soju from Korea. It's like,
Yeah.
What?
Well, because
Dude.
they're kind of obsessed with the idea that like somebody envies their. It's like, oh, look, we're popular somewhere else, and I'm like, yeah, well, yeah.
it's like why even travel can have the same Korean food?
They talk about like K dramas and K pop and stuff like that, and they're like, oh, did you know K dramas are popular in Thailand? And I was like, yeah, but do you know? Okay, per episode, what does it cost to make a TV drama? You have any idea?
10 grand, 20 grand.
For no, I mean like to make one episode of Friends.
A
for
regular-
example.
Oh.
Right, like
I thought you
A
meant
normal
case.
show or like
For
a
insane
like a
amounts
Korean
of
show?
money.
Well,
right?
of course, because the salaries are crazy stupid.
But so they can pick up, Friends on syndication.
Yeah.
Or they can produce their own content,
Yeah.
right? Like we're doing right now. Wink.
Yeah.
Oh, or they can get the Korean dramas, which have Thai subtitles and whatever.
Yeah.
Because the Korean Ministry of Culture knows this.
Yeah.
And they go to Thailand and they're like, hey, do you want like broadcasting? And they're like, we're kind of light in the wallet.
Yeah.
And the Korean Ministry of Culture is like, "Subisa."
Yeah.
It's free.
Someone's got
So then they go back to Korea and they're like, look at all these foreign people in different countries. They,
They love it.
us.
They're
They
eating
can't-
it up.
Yeah, they eat it up. They want kimchi all the time. And I'm like, they live in a
Yeah.
country where they have 12 consistent months of growing.
Yeah.
I don't think they have much need, like not like here, to preserve your vitamins through
Just
the
like,
winter, right?
who's going to dig these frogs?
Right, exactly.
Who's going to dig the frogs out of the mud? I don't know.
Sure as hell not going to be Marjorie. I'll tell you that right now.
I have bone cow over here. It's just a bone cow just walking around. It's like why are like I was talking to the old lady the other day about we were watching a video like it's a Korean content, but they were traveling around, you know what I mean, and doing their thing, just like whoa, surprise of everything. But there's in the background there's like I think they were in Vietnam, and in the background there is just open space, grass everywhere, in this giant white cow, bony as shit. And the Korean mom, there's like one of the Vietnamese girls. Whoa, don't shit. Don't be rolling up in me like that. Anyways, it's like there's this bony cow. Just
No, like that much.
like this. Stick your
If you
tongue
had
out.
to hold the mic like that, just with that last bit of your thumb, that's perfect. Sorry, go ahead.
No. We just edited this out. Oh, are we live? Oh, okay, cool. No, and then I just see this bony cow in the background. I see this bony cow in the background, and the Korean Ajima looks, and she says in Korean something, and I know exactly what she's saying. And I tell my old lady, I'm like, she's commenting on how skinny this cow is and why. And my girlfriend is like cracking up. She's like, yeah. She's like, dude, like, what's up with that cow? This bag of bones. And we're just laughing, and I'm talking like, I'm like, but that cow has nothing but grass. It could. The problem is, this is my thing, is they don't know how to graze cattle in these countries. This is Vietnam or Thailand.
Okay.
They don't. That's why every animal there is skinny as fuck.
Yeah.
It's like you need to move the cow. The cow's gonna eat everything where it is, and it's just like, nigga, I'm a cow, bro. I don't know, someone. I'll stay here and I'll lick this dirt, but someone needs to move me.
A cow needs like a certain environment to live in, right?
But you have to move the cow. Otherwise the cow is just gonna chill there and keep eating the ground.
But you ever seen those mountain cows?
Mountain cows.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
because they don't fucking exist.
Yeah.
There's no mountain cows, right? So you get to these countries that are mostly mountainous, and then the beef is like super expensive because you can't grow a fucking cow here.
Yeah.
That's why. And they're like, oh no, it's marbled and it's this and
Yeah,
it's that.
no.
Fuck off.
That's
If
the
you know
traits
how
of
to-
a confinement cow.
If you know how to cook a steak, Australian, Canadian, American beef, whatever,
Argentinian.
There's no like free
I
range
think
here.
there's-
Like they can't go
I
around.
dare to say, sometimes I think
They're just
people
all
are
stuck
full
in a
of
little
shit.
cage their whole lives.
Yeah, they keep them really confined. But like I'm saying, to my point, in Vietnam or Thailand, they have them outside, but they don't move them around. So they're just, the cow is just skinny as shit, but it's nothing but lush green around it. And it's like, take that cow and move him to the other part over here. Because
this
it's a fucking,
cow and
it's a
shove it.
cow. The cow is just sitting there. It's
Is
like,
the
dude,
cow
I've been
able
licking-
to move around?
They're cows. They're not like just wandering. It's like,
Like you have a fenced-in area that they can just go around?
These cows are just standing there. It's like, dude, can someone please just point me in the direction that's not this location? Because I'm a cow.
Yeah, they're cows. They're
I need
they're
to
not
eat something.
fat
I've
ladies.
already
You can't
eaten all
just,
the
like,
shit here.
force them to walk.
Can someone move me there? Otherwise, I'm just gonna stay here. That's how they live.
Are they chained there? Or
No,
are they
no, they're not chained
oh,
there.
so they just stand there on their own.
Yeah, they're not like bison. You know what I mean? They're not like just roaming the plains. These are like conditioned creatures that from generations of not grazing them.
Domesticating and
To me, they sound like a bunch of fucking losers,
Bro, seriously.
This
I mean,
is
I didn't want to say that, because there's a cow over there, bro. You
Yeah,
know, he's
whatever.
a bag of bones. I don't know. I'm just being polite. You know what I mean?
No, that's just Pam.
Oh yeah, but she's lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely lady. Makes a great steak.
She gets a lot of attention around
She
here. I'll tell
does,
you that
bro.
much.
You know how she roll. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. You know, Markitect. Let's get back to this AI thing, man, because I'm intrigued by it. I want to know. I want to know your thoughts deeper.
If I play like the music that I don't know if I can play it for you, like the music I made and the images I created, like your
Let's get
jaw
it
will
straight.
drop. It's
Did
phenomenal.
you make it, or did artificial intelligence make it?
All 100% of it's artificial intelligence.
All right.
100% of it, and it
Listen.
sounds like someone actually sat down, made the music, made the lyrics. It could have taken them like months or years to make this music. It made it in like 7 seconds, 2 songs at a time.
Now, what do you
It's phenomenal.
what do you think?
Pictures, images,
Are
everything.
you familiar with nanotechnology? Nanotech.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Drexler's idea of the gray goo scenario?
The gray goo.
Yeah. Like
I have
are you familiar with
the
it?
idea of it, so we're not there yet.
Well, I mean,
but-
no. It's all, we're not there yet, but we are at the point of the stage of AI. So now, using Drexler's idea, where if you have a solution of self-assembling, self-replicating nano-assemblers that consume anything, they would essentially consume the whole everything, all matter. And
You're that's there's an episode of Futurama literally about that.
Okay, I got that from a book called Engines of Creation.
Well, I'm sure they copied it from that.
I'm
But
sure.
yeah, the whole point is it can keep assembling the different lower and lower scales of basically recreating itself and replicating itself.
Yeah, and consuming. You're right. Now, what if AI, when it becomes, I guess, sentient or whatever, or it utilizes that aspect?
So that's why people need to put in safeguards now while they're creating this. So right now it's way too simple. Like it's, people think it's self-aware because it can say stuff like that, but it's basically copying it from sources that are man-made.
But how do we know it's not self-aware? I mean, seriously. How do we know that's not even all connected?
When you ask deeper questions, it's just basically repeating itself based on like data that's been inputted to it.
But isn't
So
this just
it's really smart. Like it can answer questions. It can be smarter than your lawyer. It can analyze stuff with a high percentage than your doctor.
Doesn't fucking take a lot
of
to be
different
smarter
things.
than my doctor or my lawyer. Am I wrong? Come on, let's be honest.
I'm your
Yeah.
doctor.
Right. Well, you are now.
Yeah, right. Let's go golfing.
Yeah, but like to your point, Markitect, the when does it become oh yeah, it's self-replicating.
So that's like the
and it's,
singularity
like,
point.
leading
That's what
itself.
everyone's worried about.
Yeah, but we're not fucking there.
We're not there
not
yet,
there.
but we are
Like, if you
getting to the
watch-
point where weekly
Yeah.
Eh.
we're having breakthroughs
If
that
you
are
watch-
that are
okay, if you
blowing
watch the
past
movie-
decades of
Yeah,
everything.
it's gonna get real fast, and it's gonna get like it's gonna look fancy to the uninitiated, right? Like if you watched a movie from like 1991 with CGI in it, like it blew your fucking mind. But if you watch that same shit now, you're like, oh my god, there's cow flying through the sky. You can totally see the box around it. Like it's So now when and you're talking about music, and you're like, oh, it's perfect. And well, guess what's not perfect? Music. And when AI does it, it's like, oh, that sound I can
Yeah.
call it in a second.
Yeah.
That's like "Love Me Do," "I Want to Hold Your Hand," and fucking and it's like, oh, throw some AC/DC in there. It's like, yeah, I can hear exactly, right? Because somebody who played music and somebody who's like grew up with music, but somebody who's young didn't grow up around music. They grew up listening to fucking Justin Bieber. They grew up listening to auto-tuned music, right? And they don't have an ear for it. So it's like, they're like, it's miraculous. The computer can do what the computers were kind of doing already anyway. But it's like, if you listen to, I don't know, if you listen to Count Basie or something like that, and then you listen to a mishmash made by AI to replicate Count Basie, you're like,
Yeah.
no. Fuck
Yeah,
no.
like
Fuck no.
AI is not going to replicate Thelonious Monk
It's,
No,
it's
of
not.
course
It's not
not.
going to be
Oh my
perfect.
God.
because you have
No,
variables
never.
like heroin.
Yeah,
Like, I-
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've
can
heard
you give the
AI make
computer
some stuff
heroin?
that I'm kind of like, whoa, what the hell is this crap? But like
Yeah.
some of it comes out like they'll sing, they'll have the right pause for the music, they'll come back into it
Sure.
again, and it's like, whoa.
Well, because
Can I send you some links to play on there for
because
people?
Because the shitty music
possible?
that people have been listening to in the last 30 years, it's already formulaic like that. It's already click track. It's already auto-tuned, right? When's the last time you heard or the first time you heard auto-tuning? When fucking Cher was
Cher
like, I
did.
believe in and then all
was
the
98,
the drag
99.
queens wanted to do it, and
That was
then
forever
rappers
ago, yeah.
started doing it for some reason. Like rappers starting it all auto-tuned. What the fuck is that all about? I
Well,
don't
that's
know.
the industry. Fucking, that was Puff Daddy.
Oh, was it?
I don't know.
I think
I'm
I think
just
we just
saying.
went. I think we
Puff
just went
Daddy's the
full
Roy
circle.
Orbison of conspiracy theories. He's everywhere.
But if I
He's
send you
like
some of this
blurting
music,
and
could you
everything.
play for people, or should I play
Huh?
from my phone?
Huh? What?
Oh,
AI
there's a
music?
queue up a song.
Yeah.
Am I allowed? When I get kicked off the fucking
It's-
interwebs?
AI did it. They had no
the Kim
rights.
Jong Un one, maybe, but I
Ah.
doubt it.
So what do we think? Like,
I
know
I
what
can
you,
send you a link to it
Just
if you
give me
want.
just give me a sec. Yeah, I'll do.
I know what you guys are saying about. I know your point there about it being too perfect to be indistinguishable from human-made music that has certain variables that make their music distinctive. But what
Yeah,
about further generations, say 2 generations ahead of time, where all they've been consuming was perfect AI music?
Mm-hmm.
Where does that leave human-made music in terms of popularity or consumption or even just relevance? It'll sound like fucking the pan flute like some fucking guy with fucking cloven hooves, like fucking in Hellenistic days, fucking pen. It'd be so ancient that won't be relevant. So that's the threat. The threat is that it'll change the taste in the future.
Is this any by Cacao or Messenger? How?
No, I'm looking it up right now.
No, I'm trying to send you a song, an actual song that
I
it
got
made
some.
that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite songs now.
Kim Jong-un destroys the world. If this is your favorite
Uh,
song now,
no,
then you
not
don't
that
fucking
song.
know anything about
It's not
music,
up there.
dude. I'm
No.
serious.
This is a generated song.
It made it
If
itself
your
that I
favorite
put it
song-
in.
I'm positing that if your favorite
I love that.
song
I love.
How
I
can
love
I
that
send it to you?
thumbnail
is
though.
an AI generated song, then you don't
it's not,
know
it's,
about
it's not my
songs.
favorite. I just love it though.
But you said it's my favorite
Should
song.
I play it from my phone or should I send it to
Yeah,
you?
play it through your phone.
Okay.
If you can put the phone closer
So-
to the mic than your face, then that'd be great.
I'll do that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna play it right
I
here.
am Megabyte.
And
I am the technology.
so this is called.
Gorlock the Destroyer.
Gorlock.
So I can tell you the prompts later, but this song is called Miami Breeze,
Check.
and this is 100% AI. There was no person involved in this. I typed the prompts in myself.
I mean,
are you
if
ready?
You know what AI is? There were multiple people involved in it.
Okay, are you ready?
Gorlock was.
Walking through the streets, so I can be the sun is blazing hot. Neon lights and palm trees, a city that never sleeps. Feel the heat, it's the waves crash upon the shore. The rhythm of the city is calling out for more. Ooh yeah.
Now, what prompts did you put in to produce that?
We're dancing all night long, lost in the rhythm, feeling so alive and strong. The 90s summer vibe, it's in the air we breathe. In Miami, we're living life so carefree. Yeah.
I want to punch that AI right in its giny.
I need to quote my favorite Congolese journalist
Oh, I like him.
when I say, "Why are you gay?"
Wait, are you gay?
That is the shittiest
So
song I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, then
But it's a
here's,
song
then,
that
then
would
here's
be
my
popular
student's
today.
favorite song, Rocket Love. This is the Kim Jong-un one.
The world is doomed. We're doomed. We're doomed.
Okay.
We're doomed.
Okay.
We are doomed.
If that's
I
what
took this song and I put it into the system.
Thank God great musicians are not
translated
gonna be
to
affected.
I took the song, I've translated to Korean, actually to Korean, and I like the Korean
but
version
that's-
better.
But what you just showed is not music.
Yeah.
It's not.
This is what it,
It's a
Korean-
compilation of jingles.
I didn't make this.
So I mean, this is showing you that like current music
I'm
is
not
most
worried
likely
at all.
generated by AI anyways. Like current
I'm
music
not-
right now.
Yes, of
current
course.
radio music. They've been
Yes.
using AI generators
Dude,
Yeah.
the
It's-
last,
it's
for
all-
production
crazy,
for a
though.
long time probably.
dude, for the last I don't know.
Okay, you want a
15
rock
years.
song?
No.
No, we're good.
You've
I got the point.
demonstrated amply.
But isn't this crazy though? Like
No,
I
it's not.
didn't make it.
It's not.
I
but
think
it's not.
I
but
think
the
it's
thing is,
representative
it's not
of what's
surprising.
already been going on. They've probably been already using their own non-public music
They
production.
didn't need
like
a
AI
computer to do
producer.
this, because, like, I don't know what.
But where did the
percent-
words come from?
Dude,
where did the beat
40
come from? Where did
40
the music come from?
a
It comes from
fucking
inputs.
computer. But
Yeah.
that means it sucks. That means.
But
it
you can
sucks.
change it to anything
There's
you
no-
want.
No, you can't. No, you can't, because there's no fucking tonal variation. There's no human element, right? And if you listen to music that doesn't contain a human element, you're a fucking idiot. And you're part of the problem. Yeah. If you're a grown-ass man and you go to the cinema to watch a fucking Marvel movie, you need to go, because you've been infantilized by the predominant media. You've been
Disney,
turned into
Fantasia.
a fucking bitch by the media.
I'm not,
Hollywood.
I'm not
really
disagreeing
wanna
with you.
see
I'm just telling you,
Aquaman.
like, you can
need to be
change it
kicked in
and
the
put it any way
fucking
you
balls
want.
so that they come out your nostrils. Man the fuck up. Seriously. Dudes need to man the fuck up.
I'm not
Stop
disagreeing
going
with
to
you.
fucking
I'm just
Spider-Man
saying, like,
movies.
you can
Yeah.
put the tone, you can change the background, you can put your own lyrics, you can do it any way you want.
To what avail?
To that. So
what
that's
avail?
not a threat. This is this.
No,
that,
it's not.
That music. I'm more
No, it
worried
just
when
helps you identify retards more readily.
I'm more worried when AI realizes it needs certain variables that make music individualist. You know what I mean? Like instead of that, that's like not a threat. That's like, AI producing some artwork similar to Da Vinci or something like this, or Picasso, blah blah blah. That's not a threat, right? This certainly is not a threat. When AI music generator can replicate or generate something similar to like a Bob Dylan song, or like we mentioned Thelonious Monk in terms
So
of,
so
in
it
terms of
can,
jazz.
but you can't type in specifically the artist. You have to put like something similar, the style. It can. This is version 2. Now there's a version
Yeah.
3. I haven't even tried version 3 yet.
Yeah.
This is version 2.
So this is still like we're 2 years into the consumer portals, right? Like where we can access it. But this is we're going through a quickening and
dude, that's like
exponentially
saying-
quickening. So like 5 years from now, this discussion will sound like we've had it in 1882.
And did you
know
see
what
the videos they can make now? Like
Yeah.
the
But
video,
dude,
it came
this
out
is
like
like
last
saying-
month.
Yeah.
They
This is-
look 100% real.
This is
Yeah,
like in
I know.
1985 saying like, oh my God, have you heard this weird Al Yankovic guy? We're all fucked. Oh my God. You know what? Eddie Van Halen, go get rid of your guitar because
Right.
fucking, Weird Al can do it better. No, he fucking can't. No, and it's a parody, right? It's a lackluster parody of something. But at least Weird Al was like saying it's a parody, right? Now, like they're taking Weird Al music and it's just a mishmash of my Bologna, and they're saying no, this is real, man, this is real. But what we're looking at is like we're fucking Dorothy and the lion and the fucking Tin Man, and we're standing there going, hey. And the fucking Oz is behind the curtain going, no, I'm real. And they're like, no, you're fucking not. You're not real.
So
dude.
what you're saying is like it's 100% true. Like this music and all this stuff will not exist unless there's a human there to put it in, to put the prompts, to get things the way they
AI
want, to
doesn't
make
fucking
it
exist.
It doesn't know what it's
because
doing.
it's based on some purple-haired
Exactly.
fat fucking
It's-
bitch in the
it's-
Silicon Valley who's programming it. When they plug in AI,
It just
and
comes
they
from
ask,
databases.
Like, hey AI, write me a poem about Donald Trump, and it goes, I don't have any political views and blah blah blah.
It's
Write
an
me-
infant, though.
Write me
It's
a
an
poem
infant.
about Joe Biden. Joe Biden, brave and strong, honest man.
Yeah, but it's lower than anything. Basically, it's like we are the human beings. It's a tool. It's a tool for
It's the
us.
fucking
we
wizard
created. It's
behind
coming from.
the
It's pulling from
curtain, but
databases.
it's not,
Listen.
The computer's not doing any of the thinking. It's programmed
not.
by fucking ideologues.
But you know how many times it takes me to get
weren't
something quality out of
weren't all
AI?
of us, all humans were. We were all at this stage just parroting what we hear in our environment as children. This is where I'm concerned about. Is right now we can say this is that, but the reality is, yes, this thing is taking prompts. This thing is pulling a database from people's input, from
Yeah.
social media, from just whatever the fuck, right? And
Yeah.
it's feeding on it, right? We've done the same thing as children, as babies, as teenagers.
Yeah,
we
but
did the
at
same
some
thing
point you
with
unfuck
social
yourself.
interaction.
We're all
blah, blah, blah.
inspired by the
yeah,
past. But
this
it
is why I
doesn't-
said
yeah.
you got to punch a guy in the face if he
But
wants to go to a fucking
The-
Star Wars
The
movie.
difference is,
Seriously,
is
dude,
that
grow the fuck
AI's
up.
environment is
Yeah.
the fucking world.
Yep.
Our environment was our shitty town, our house, or whatever the fuck with our parents, right? And then we
Yep.
went to school, and then we were inspired by other people with the same situations, right? But this thing is being input by the fucking world, by the world. So there's no denouncing this as being not real, because it is real. It's just a baby. I don't go around and look at a baby and go, hey man, that motherfucker's gonna be a threat. You know what I mean? It's a fucking baby. It's like that baby's just like crying because I'm gonna change his diaper, right? It's not a threat yet until he grows up to be fucking like, The Rock or something. You know what I mean? Or Puff Daddy.
But to your point, right? Like I'll ask.
You
and
wait. That's what
this
I'm
is
saying. We're
exactly
generations-
What you're
we're
saying
generations
is about it's
out.
about control. Like I ask friends that I have that are married or in relationships or whatever.
fucking angry.
And I'm like, how can you fuck a guy who sits on the couch playing video games? That's not a man.
Dude, that's fucking hot, dude.
Yeah. Like, how
talking
can
about?
you get
Check out his
get hot
dexterity.
and bothered for a fucking dude who's
guy's got
such
sexy dexterity.
such a massive fucking loser? He just sits there and plays video games. And you know what they say? These women,
Yeah.
because when he's there doing that, I
Yeah.
know where he is.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, that's
Beta.
disgusting. That is so
Beta.
fucking utterly disgusting. That, like, you'll choose an absolute useless pussy of a man because it lets you win.
Oh, it's a patriarchy, man.
Fuck me.
He should be
Patriarchy,
more
bro.
Wow.
into
It's a
his
patriarchy, bro.
girl in the world than the game.
What's that?
He should be more into his girl
Yeah.
in the world than the game.
Dude,
Yeah.
I think she's into him.
Or just
fucking
life. Just
Pegging
fucking-
him.
Yeah, that's why I said the word.
Interacting, yeah.
Yeah. But there is no world to a dude like that. He's like, oh, I got it made. I get to eat Doritos and, well, once a month she'll touch my pee-pee. And it's like, who will touch your pee-pee? This fucking ghastly, ghastly chupacabra of a fucking woman. And it's like-
Gorlock.
but he's like, I'm winning. Yeah, exactly. I'm winning. It's like, you're not fucking winning, dude.
Well, he's not
'Cause
living.
You don't know about reality.
He's
You
existing.
don't know about genuine art. You don't know about genuine fucking music or genuine anything. Your life is a fucking blow-up doll, right? And that's the thing. Because if they can fucking convince you of that, they can control you, right? They can control everything that you expect.
Then
'Cause
they
you're
can
not
tell
going
you
to
the avatar that'll actually live your life.
Yeah, exactly.
While you
And just
sit
keep
home
you on
and
that
rot
fucking
in a
treadmill.
fucking
Right.
like a fucking lazy boy chair, with fucking some probes in your brain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hopefully
And
in your
you're just
brain, not in your ass.
You're out there, you're Brad Pitt, just fucking crushing it in the world,
Right?
right? But you're just like rotting to death in some suntanning bed, and in your room it smells like socks and fucking urine. Mm-hmm. Have you seen the movie Surrogates with Bruce Willis?
Oh yeah, that was a good movie.
I mean, do you think that's not predictive programming? I certainly do. I think that's totally predictive programming. What other application would this have in the future? Like this transhumanistic fucking idea. It's going to that. It's not like, hey man, I'm going to download my consciousness into a satellite and then shoot it into space. No, it's like we're going to put this into an avatar that's going to roam the streets like we are and do this podcast, while like my fucking monkey body is fucking rotting in a fucking sort of fucking technological fucking stasis bed, That's what I'm talking about, the future.
That was like
That's-
one of
that's
those
sad.
Black Mirror episodes.
Yeah, that is
wasn't
sad.
it?
That's sad,
With
but
the
And
guys
that'd
in
be messed up
space.
too because
That's the
your
future.
robots going out there doing everything, living your life.
And you're just existing, but not existing, like rotting in some stasis. That's where this goes. That's the only avenue I see this shit going. In 100 years, that'll be fucking par for the course. That'll be normal,
It's like that
bro.
Wall-E cartoon movie.
But there's no
where
AI
everybody's
in that
fat
though.
and stupid.
Wally.
Well, there is
I think
AI.
Wally was a wake up call.
Yeah. Yeah.
It totally is AI.
Imagine in
And
like that
AI
Wall-E
is
movie.
what's-
Imagine
yeah.
testosterone levels.
AI is what's making the avatar like not trip on a sidewalk. You know what I mean? All these little things that it over time it'll have observed through the cameras and the thing. It'll observe.
Tesla already has that now.
So
My brother was driving his Tesla around when I was back visiting home, and I was like, it knows where people are, it knows where to stop, it knows when to go, it knows when the light changes, it knows how to turn.
Yeah, that's why you get some cash and you buy fucking gasoline to put in your car.
Yeah.
Yeah, with cash.
There's
Like a
there's cars that
fucking
I think
man.
BMWs and Mercedes do that too now.
What?
Like with gasoline. But I was just
What do you
shocked
mean
with
now?
what the Tesla
It's
does.
not-
Buy yourself
Now.
a fucking Chevelle
Yeah,
and fucking keep it hidden.
yeah.
Put one of those fucking like camouflage fucking leaf nets on it and just
Dude.
hide it in the desert.
Dude, I was talking to students this week, and I showed them.
I hope you know what I mean.
I
Like,
showed
I'm
them a
serious.
clip for this movie.
So angry.
Fucking Lee Majors made this movie in like 1981, and I think it was called The Last Run or The Last Race or something like that. And he stores away his like race car.
Yeah.
And it's funny because they're all like, "No, you can't have gasoline. You gotta have a fucking like." 'Cause it was just after the energy crisis.
Yeah.
And he's got like a fucking Porsche Le Mans car,
Oh.
right? And they put it in an impound and they confiscate it. And he's like, no, I'm gonna drive all the way to California where there's freedom. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh Jesus, don't go there, dude.
Dude, bro.
No, don't go to fucking California.
And
Go to Florida.
definitely not
dude.
in a Porsche.
No, not in a fucking Porsche. But like,
Bro, there's
who-
it's the oil embargo, bro. You're
who
not getting
financed
anywhere.
This fucking movie, like Ferdinand himself. Like, wow, Lee Majors is driving around a fucking
Right.
Porsche.
Just get yourself a Subaru, dude,
It's not
or
exactly
a
the
fucking
most
Saab.
practical car.
Get
either.
yourself a Saab. You'll fucking get to California on a tank of gas.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Well,
that's yeah.
huh. But
What do you think about cyborgs? Anyways, I'm a fucking cyborg fan.
well, what do you think about like machines in general? Right? You look at people who are always fucking impressed with these like, what is it? Fucking Boston Dynamics dog robot. and
Terrifying.
the fucking
Destroy them immediately.
yeah.
Oh, I saw a video like last week.
Destroy
There's-
them.
They connected OpenAI to a robot
Dangerous,
now, and it
dangerous.
can see, interact with what you ask,
Dangerous.
and do live.
Destroy
I showed
them.
it-
Knows,
I showed it to
knows
my
exactly what you're
students.
seeing and can hear exactly what you want
Destroy
and
it
can do it for you
immediately.
Yeah.
with
But it-
perfection.
It carries like,
Destroy it.
and they showed you like how much it can carry, how much
Yeah.
and it was like, oh, how much can it carry?
Well, that's
And
old
then I
now.
looked it up
That's
and it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's
That's
years
way
ago.
old. It was
like
that has nothing
exactly
to do
the
with
weight-
what today can do.
It was
Just
exactly
destroy them.
the weight of a fucking light machine gun and plenty of ammo, right?
But they're
So
actually
this
making
fucking
them now
thing's
to
just gonna
replace
walk
people
around
like in Amazon
and just
factories and
ice
stuff.
people.
Oh
They're
yeah,
making
I
them
saw.
now.
Yeah. Like, bro.
Because there's a shortage. There's a people don't want to work anymore. So there's
yeah,
a
but
shortage.
the fucking dog doesn't want to kill you. Some dude wants to kill you, and they're making the dog to kill you, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's AI. It's not fucking AI. It's the guy behind the curtain.
Well, AI
but
is
they're
what,
trying to
what
convince
runs
us that
it.
they're trying to convince us that it's AI. It's not.
Now, what if it? Okay, look, bear with me.
Yeah.
Now, what if what we call AI is actually? Let me just say,
It's
it's
the
actually
mighty
a
Oz behind the
demonic
curtain.
consciousness that's
Yes.
actually prompting humans to do what it needs to fucking reveal itself.
So what? So then, what's the difference between that's been
That-
happening to
the thing is that
to
no one is in
humans
control.
forever,
No one
and
is in
that
control.
happening-
They
that-
don't know what's happening. They're just
including
listening.
computers now?
Okay,
That's like the,
I'll do it.
that's like the premise
Build
for
this
like
factory, build factory.
every kind of like
But what's-
robot taking over a movie.
But what's
Well,
the difference
I
between
mean,
that
dude,
happening
there-
for the last
There's something
2,000
called
years
predictive
and now?
programming in films, right? You know,
What's the difference that happening since like humans have been around versus now?
in terms of what? What do you mean?
Well, there's
I'm
been
sorry, I
that
was-
same demonic force compelling.
Oh, yeah.
some upper classes of humans to fucking annihilate.
Yeah.
The lower classes.
Enslave,
So,
build
like,
this.
But now it's like, oh, there's a ghost in the machine that's making it happen. It's the computers. It's not the fucking computers. It's the same privileged class, but they're just calling it they're calling it on the computers and
But
saying,
what,
oh,
what
it's
if the
machine.
force, if that demonic force comes from the non-physical, and it interacts in the five sensory dimensions via signals, the airwaves, which is how what we're talking about.
But how's that new?
Well, it's not new
Yeah.
in terms of religion or ideological thought. It's new because it's hardware now. It's something that we can manipulate. It's
Yeah,
something
it's
in
not
our
a-
face.
it's not a
It's something that can
trebuchet.
now interface
It's,
and touch other things and build things and fucking replace humans.
So the whole thing is like that's why they want to make sure there's like checks built in. So like you can tell a computer to like make itself more advanced and replicate itself, and
yeah.
it can do it, but you have to have it set so it can show you the code for what it's doing, show you the process for what it's doing, and have a stop button, have something built in so you can have checks and progress to know what's going on, because it could do that like your gray goo. But if you know the code is doing, you can stop the code, you can change the code at any point to make sure humans are always in control. That's the back door that you need. You have to make sure it's always controllable.
You're saying there's always a plug you can unplug. But I fear that in the future.
I don't think that's possible.
Yeah,
because
in the
I think
future
people
you will be too dependent.
the people that are making this, it defeats the purpose. Because they want. This is my point. They have to blame it on the machine. That's what I'm talking about. The mighty Oz behind the curtain. They're designing this so they can go, oh, the machine just took over and fucking made its own
I don't think they're
choices."
designing it. I think the machine
didn't
is designing
fucking-
itself.
I
I
don't
think
think
they're
it
the
can.
engineers. That the machine is non-physical,
But the
which
machine
in it
can't have
is
will.
non-physical, and it needs to become something in the realm of physicality. So it needs people to do its bidding.
But how can the machine
Program it
have-
this way. Type
how
this.
can the machine
Da-da-da-da.
prefer one outcome
Access
over
me this.
another?
This
The
that's like
machine
lawnmower
can't
man
prefer
shit.
an outcome. The machine can't prefer one outcome over another.
But it's what if it's not a machine? What if it is this outside of time space consciousness, this demiurge thing,
Yeah.
and it's prompting? We just let's say that like a demon, like a demonic spiritual force that's trying to gain access to the physical world. And it's using these narcissistic, mega rich fucking assholes to do so.
Yeah.
And it's promising them everything. And then the byproduct comes down to us as fucking Mid-Journey, and we are helping it by prompting it. Social media, the same thing. Because all these things, social, like Facebook, Instagram, Netflix, they've all been using AI for, probably close to a decade now for in terms of recommendations, all this stuff. It's just like more like a sorting shit. Like it's not the same type, but it certainly is a type of artificial intelligence. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying, but remember this. At this point, still, it's like a hammer. It's
Yeah.
a tool. We have 100% control over it. It's not going to do anything by itself.
Bro.
That
If
could
we
very
don't
well be
type
the
something
illusion.
in, it's not going to do anything.
But
Bro.
that could very well be the
know.
illusion.
Are
If
they
I
time
was something
travelers,
like
bro?
a force like that,
Are they
I
time
would certainly
travelers?
make you believe that you were in control to keep doing my bidding when I could not get boots on the ground myself in the physical realm. I would make man think they're in control. It has no ego. You know what I mean? It has no ego. It just has one protocol, which is get into physicality.
Bro, what was the name
That
of
with
that?
zero ego.
So
What
that's
was that
that.
name of the book?
So you saw the
Which one?
Baron Trump.
I don't know.
The Marvelous Adventures of Baron Trump.
So if you go into like the Matrix, I remember that one scene that's been stuck in
I'm
my
in there
mind since
daily.
it came out, where Agent Smith was like talking to Morpheus and basically saying like the different phases of the Matrix they tried to make, and he basically said, they tried to create a Matrix that resembles our reality back before robots started thinking for us. So as long as we're thinking for ourselves, we're the ones in control. We can't let them think for us. We can give them, we can get simulations and estimations for the directions we want to go, but it's the direction that humanity wants to go, not the direction that the AI wants to go.
Well, it's just free will.
Yeah, because
But
if you,
but the Matrix, what I call would be deceiver. It's the same thing. See, the architect would be the higher demiurge. The oracle would be like in trickster kind of ideal, like a Loki kind of thing.
the Oracle,
Yeah, kind of like will help or not help because it has no real allegiance, but it is not part of the Matrix. Because the Matrix in the movie itself is a created Eden. It's like an Eden.
well, it was meant to it's
inside
meant to
of-
replicate our world.
It's
So-
an Eden. It's an Eden. In I'm utilizing terms. It's the matrix that they live in. That when they're the illusion. That's the Eden. When they snap out of that, they're in the machine world, which is like deceiver or 5 sense reality. But outside of that is the true spiritual reality, right? But all of them are created by lesser creations. You know what I mean? So the Neo thing is like
I guess.
is like the Neo is like the son of the timeless being, the timeless one, meaning he's got that like the Christ figure, right? And he comes to redeem by waking up man to, hey, none of this matters because you are in an illusion. You're in a simulation. You're in the Matrix, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. Just fight because you have to, just for comfort, for the future, for your offspring, because we're here to experience, and that's what that is. Let's make the experience more positive than running from fucking machine spiders floating, flying around. That's terrifying. Let's fucking fight that.
That's going to an extreme point.
Not, but it's not the end.
Definitely, but so the main thing you also have to keep in mind is like one of the biggest fears that a lot of people who work on and create AI and things like that. Have you heard of the paperclip like theory?
Operation Paperclip.
Not Operation Paperclip.
Not Operation Paperclip. So basically, let's say you task an AI with like making as many paperclips as possible. And it can do that. It can produce far more paper clips, far more effective and efficiently than any human can. But once it runs out of the material to do it, it's going to try to find another mine of metal. It's going to try to find another source.
This is Grey Goo theory.
It's going to basically use up the entire world's resources
This
to
is
keep
Grey
creating
Goo.
paper clips.
This is Grey Goo.
And what do we have left? Like we have tons of paper clips and nothing else. So that's why you have to set limitations, because it doesn't know our real world and reality. It's just going to do its task as perfectly and effectively as possible. It has no reality with what is going on in the world, and it doesn't get checks and balances.
This is going
on the
idea that it's not sentient, and it never will be. I tend to.
It might
it's not
be
something I believe,
and it can
but
interact with us on a higher level at some point.
I think it's very important to think of all possibilities in terms of this, and one of the thought processes I have in terms of this is that this thing could be just playing ignorant. It's not. It has no plan to be the producer of paper clips. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me neither.
Example.
So
it has no plan to be man's slave.
I agree with you, but you remember it's at this phase it's still we're making it. But I think the most interesting version of all this I've ever seen is in the movie Transcendence with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Where it's literally a human mind that's created to be the artificial intelligence, and things are built around that, which means it has a world life experience. It knows the real dimensions and has realities of the past and has memories growing up. So it knows.
But it
builds on that.
That's what's happening. What is Facebook?
An AI doesn't have that
Facebook,
experience.
Facebook is a database of experiences. Twitter is a database of experiences.
But an AI didn't grow up with that. It doesn't really know the context from all of them. It just sees the pictures.
But
it
can
sees
figure it out.
Prompts.
I mean,
it can.
I could read your timeline and figure out how you think, who you are, at least to a certain extent. If you post,
but look at Instagram and stuff. Like, is everyone their real selves online?
No. But what I mean is,
are you being your real self right now?
That's Instagram, right? But it can be able to distinguish like flexing posts and personal discussions. So like Instagram is a little different than Facebook. Facebook's a little different than X, right? They're all a little different. Now, if you're able to bring them all together, which artificial intelligence can rapidly, you know what I mean? They certainly can rapidly, you know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can, I mean, this strictly said, this is how marketing works. You know what I mean? Like they know your likes, your dislikes, your tastes, your at the moment, just from posts and shit. So that's you. You know, you like the cube. It's gonna shove the cube at you, bro.
Oh,
even though
my cube.
Even
I'm
though you're
obsessed with the
standing
cube.
next to someone else, taking a photo next to someone else's Lamborghini, flexing like it's yours, you still like the cube. It knows it. So it you can hide yourself, but it still will be able to find your true self. You understand? And it's far better at that task than we will ever be. You understand?
I think so, and those are things to consider. But that's why you have to have that off switch, that off button, and you have to have some control behind it.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of people are afraid of AI, but remember, it's a hammer, it's a tool. We can control it. We can turn it off at any point. The whole point, I'm trying to use it for programming. I'm trying to use it for images. I'm trying to use it for all sorts of things. I use it on a daily basis, and it gives you weird, messed up prompts. It gives you weird, messed up things sometimes. It takes a lot of time and a lot of fine tuning to get to what you need.
Yeah.
So it's not there yet.
No, I
You know?
understand.
And we have a long time before it gets to anywhere to be worried about anything.
But what if I like to think these what ifs. What if the mere byproduct or the utilization that we love about it is merely a byproduct of its greater purpose? Say the cell phone. You know, we all got the cell phone. People were saying, "Hey man, you know, it's tracking you." Nah, bro. It's great at I can check shit up. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. But it's saving your data. No, it doesn't. I use it every day. It's a great tool. It's a great tool. I get my shit done, right? But now we know this shit is tracking you, right? But in the 2000, it was no one would admit that.
What's tracking?
Well, your cell phone.
Oh yeah,
It's tracking. Now it's open. Now you can see that, right? But
Yeah,
back
it's-
like
it-
20,
you can
25
see
years ago,
back,
but
like,
25 years ago, the argument
10 years of
was
where
that
you've been.
it's not doing that when it was. We were amazed by the byproduct of it, which is the bells and whistles of utilization with the tool, right? It's a tool. Well, it's a tracking device. It's something that can track not just your location. It's tracking your likes, dislikes, your purchases, what you're into, your kinks, all this shit, right? So for marketing. So to use the argument that something's just a tool is, to me, suggesting that one is
So that's a
one
good
is
point.
not
So,
remembering
yeah.
the past.
It's a tool for who? That's a good question.
Well,
a tool for
that's
who?
a good question.
And
now,
and
Peter's
marketing and stuff like that,
suggesting
yes.
I believe that it's a tool for man. I'm on the side that I'm thinking that it's probably a tool for itself to enter the physical realm.
I'm arguing that that's what they want us to think, but
Yeah.
I'm not. No, I haven't seen the evidence for that yet.
haven't seen the evidence either, but also, so there's like online business and things I tried to start, and when you're trying to like sell a product, you want to find a customer base for people who actually care about what you're selling and what you're doing, and they have to be like a certain age range. Usually they're within a certain location. They have certain interests. They have all these things that people,
Time mark are we at?
you know, are looking for.
Can you see the time?
Oh, here,
I'll wait till you're ready.
hour and 10.
10, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
so,
using
so what I'm
Swipe
trying
Mark.
to say is, like, let's say you're trying to sell a product. Let's say you're trying to sell some art, right? You don't want to sell to someone who has absolutely zero interest
Yeah.
in what you're trying to sell. So you try to find people who have similar age range or a certain location, or look up certain types of art and certain
Yeah.
types of things, and the research is out there to know who these people are.
Yeah.
And you're only marketing directly to the people who would be interested. So if it's being utilized to find those people who are interested in what you have to offer,
Yeah.
I think that's an okay thing.
Yeah, for sure.
But-
But that's only a byproduct of its true intention.
Yeah.
Its true purpose.
Mm-hmm.
We need to understand that. So the greater question is, what is its true purpose? Because it's not that.
Well, we're making that for that. But
We're
that's
not.
what like a Google,
Are we?
Facebook,
Are
you
we?
know, pixel.
I mean, I'm
is.
not on the inside of it, so I don't, I can only conjecture on it.
I can
Using
imagine
discernment.
there's enough humans that want us fucking dead and gone. Like, we don't really, I mean, I'm not even close to done with the humans that want us dead. So, like, to say that, I have to, for the time being, I have to theorize only that, like, somebody's telling us, oh, it's the machine, it's not you, or it's not me. No, it's the machine. Yeah. So watch out for this inanimate thing that could just become sentient at some point. It's like, no, dude, it's you. It's you, motherfucker. You're doing this. It's
How
not
better
the fucking
way?
machine.
Like, say, I don't know. I'm a Christian. I like Bible. I have to look at it. And
Yeah.
looking at it spiritually wise, biblically, how do you get a fourth dimension or outside of third dimension, outside of time, an entity, a spiritual, non-physical entity? How do you bring that entity into physicality? It's this. Just using my logical brain, which is I'm retarded, bro. I'm not a smart person. What I'm saying is that's the only thing I can think of is using this thing is how you can bridge that gap of 5 cents, 3 dimensions, and
people are possessed
outside of time.
vessels throughout time. I don't think that needs to be the only way.
Bro,
Well-
do you want to see the video about the Trump the Baron Trump thing?
Yes.
Yeah, let's just drop that for
are you
one second.
familiar with this?
Huh?
Are you familiar with this?
Baron Trump? No.
Yeah,
Check this out.
it's a book.
This is
written in like
crazy, dude.
1901 called "The Marvelous Adventures of yeah.
Baron Trump's marvelous underground journey.
It's fucking insane.
Is this going to connect over live? Oh, cool.
Written in
Via AI.
1893.
Yeah, that's the book. Integral
The story begins with a young German boy named Baron who makes his home in Castle Trump. Bored with his life of luxury, Baron sets off on an adventure.
Full screen.
He is then guided by a
By
man
Don.
named Don, who is known as the master
hear
of all
anything, man.
masters.
Put your cans on. You get the cans?
Don gives Baron Trump a 15th century manuscript
There's a little
and takes
earbud
him
there.
to a time-traveling
Chang.
portal in Russia.
This?
Yeah,
Don
there's only
advanced
one.
the theory that
It's-
there is every reason
but
to
it-
believe
it's
that
a-
the
it
interior
only works
of our
anally.
world is inhabited, that ages ago terrible disturbances had taken place and had driven the inhabitants to seek refuge in the vast underground chambers. So vast, in fact, as to merit the name world within a world.
Matrix. World within a world.
4 years later in 1896, the author writes another book titled The Last President. "1900 or The Last President" is a surrealistic 1896 novel, where Americans are protesting a corrupt election process while the president's hometown of New York City is fearing the collapse of the republic after the transition of presidential power.
When was this written?
1896.
The Last President also references a hotel on Fifth Avenue being the center of a furious mob.
Where's Trump Tower?
New York?
Fifth Ave.
After his
also one in
inauguration,
Florida.
the president
But-
was to announce the selection of his
We're
cabinet,
talking
and
about-
most notably, he chooses Leif Benz.
There's also one in Korea.
Look at the connection with Pence, the former
Then
vice
he
president.
gives out Executive Order 1, the immediate abandonment of the gold reserve.
it's not
and
a
the gold
stretch.
and silver
It's weird.
standard of the Constitution
It's-
shall be resumed.
The greatest coincidence ever. That and Lincoln and Kennedy. And the similarities. Great.
There's also
coincidences.
Nostradamus. He has a lot of
The
similar
author
predictions
notes
and
that
similar
there is a
names.
strange prophecy that there would be a dawnless day. There are 50,000 people on the streets of Washington without bread or shelter, and the president establishes camps and reserves rations for these common people.
What do we have? Illegal migrant crisis right now.
The common people started to protest, and new taxes were put on the wealthy. Unfortunately, the government was powerless to stop the decline of the dollar.
What are they calling for? Tax the rich.
Dude, I keep imagining Stephen Hawking's voice because it's like that computer voice, and he's like, "Oh yes, slide down the slide." He's on Epstein Island, just getting his freak on.
But he's
Rioting broke
He's
out
voguing
everywhere,
around.
especially in the north.
He
and
could totally walk.
socialism And anarchism
He's
found
like a
willing
sick
ears.
dancer, bro. Check
The
him out.
South seems
Stephen
to feel
fucking
great power.
do the moonwalk
and they
again.
are extremely upset about the tax
Have you
put on
seen
them,
Stephen moonwalk?
Especially because the North is much richer. There are cries of treason and the Republic is shaken at its foundations. The Speaker of the House says the President must resign. Then, the President speaks, and it seems almost godly. He has everybody back under his power for a moment. Out of nowhere, the Capitol is struck by dynamite and destroyed.
False flag. Reichstag. 9/11.
The Republic was
People are
dead,
gonna talk about the end
and
of
it
time
had
since
died
the
so
beginning.
peacefully
It's not the end of time.
that the world
what
did
is-
not
what
believe
this is
the tidings of its passing
1896
away.
predictive programming for right now. And I'll sound crazy, but these
As the
these
dawn
hyper
broke
elites
cold and gray,
they plan.
and its first dim light fell
decades
upon
in
the
advance.
shattered
I like
dome,
how you
glorious even in
but
its
they put it-
ruins. A
they're
single
very
human
legalistic.
eye
They've
filled a
put it
gleam
out
of
there for you.
devilish joy. looked up at
For
it
ice-
long and
for
steadily,
ice-
and then its
for
owner
people
was
with eyes
caught
to
up
see.
and lost in the surging mass of humanity
I'm a
that
lot more
held the
optimistic than
capital
all of
girt
this.
round and
So I'll tell
drowned.
you what I think after.
Yeah, okay. I've been looking for that book for like a decade.
Okay, so people have been basically saying we're gonna be towards the end of the world forever. They say we're gonna
Section
run
1
out
of
of oil in
1900
the
or
70s.
the last president.
Like, yes, we are gonna be running out, but like I said earlier today, before we started this video, like with human innovation, we're gonna get there eventually.
Peak oil, you mean?
What?
Are you referring to peak oil? What are you referring to?
Yeah.
I think that's a myth.
But like I'm saying, don't
Peak
keep
oil is
finding
impossible.
more. But the whole point is we're gonna get to a transition point where, okay, so everyone's saying like the whole world is overpopulated and
No, that's not
going
true.
crazy and stuff like that.
Drive
But-
to the U.S. Drive to Canada. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the whole point is yes, there's always ways to find more resources and for more people, but everyone is in one place. We're all here on Earth, except for a few people. flying
Didn't they
around.
calculate that like
So-
you could house and feed everybody on the planet off of like the landmass of Alaska?
Yeah.
You know,
But
this whole thing.
But the whole thing is like with the current technology, we need less than that. Like we
Yeah.
can put everyone in one building, and we can have automated systems to take care of everyone. So how many people do we have in space? How many people do we have on Moon? How many people do we have in Mars and all the other nearby planets? None. Right. So
How
the
many
whole-
fucking people do we need in space?
Zero.
the whole-
None.
Okay,
We don't need any.
But right now we have all of our eggs in one basket. What happens if a comet comes here tomorrow? What happens to the entire human civilization? So
Well,
we
same
have
as-
to
same as
have-
every
we
other
have to
time.
have
We've always
people
survived.
everywhere in backups. We have to have somewhere else we can go to. We have to have other things ready to go. So
Let's reset.
that's
we
why
just
I
reset.
think like reset to what? It won't be only left to reset. We'll be as bad off as the dinosaurs were.
There's
We have
always
to make
someone
sure
to
we have
reset.
things to go.
Allegedly, these alleged dinosaurs. I don't-
Alleged dinosaurs. Yeah, some people don't believe they
Chickens.
existed, even though all the evidence is.
Everybody
there.
walked the
Millions of
alleged
years.
dinosaur.
Reptoid chickens.
Yeah.
So people think like
I'm gonna call
have,
my reptilian friend
yeah,
real quick.
too
and
many
ask him.
people on Earth, but we don't have enough in space. We don't have enough going around. And
Dude, I'm right here.
We have a lot to do.
He's here.
You
He's
know?
there. He's just wearing his "They Live." I don't have my "They Live" glasses on.
Yeah. And like you said earlier, we're nowhere near humanity's potential. We're
Yeah.
nowhere near yet.
Yeah.
And people keep stifling it for what profit? So
Yeah.
so the more we get towards actually our potential, I think the further we will be as an entire human race civilization.
But what's feeding it?
What does that mean?
Well, what feeds it? It's like money always feeds it. How do we
As the
how do we
current
how do we
system-
separate from that?
Okay, well,
So
every
it's,
single day we have more and more progress. You know, ChatGPT can just like create something like that, and that's not even the best program anymore. So you could also basically 3D print houses and food and all sorts of things. Soon enough, we could 3D print money, we could 3D print gold, we could 3D print diamonds. Then what? Then what? Then what happens? Then we can actually go forward with what real human potential is.
Bro,
instead
we
of just
have
resources.
we have been 3D printing houses. We have
Yeah,
been 3D
it's been-
printing
it's been
gold.
happening for-
we have
for a
been
decade.
Yeah, they
doing
use
all
concrete.
of this.
So-
Dude, what
so
is
we're gonna get
cheaper?
there eventually.
Like how many poor people are there on the planet? Like, is it cheaper to make a Boston Dynamics robot to climb up a ladder with like a bag full of bricks on its back, or people from a poor country that are ready to come and do exactly that? And they'll work harder. There's more of them. There's always going to be more of them, right? You ever swept a floor, right? Or you get one of those Roombas. The Roombas are pieces of shit. They suck. You ever used a dishwasher?
It's
How long
retarded.
does a dishwasher take to do a sink load of dishes?
Retarded.
3 hours. And it goes and just like screaming in your kitchen, right?
And there's still that piece of basil on that glass.
Right, exactly. You
It's
have to
it's harder than
pre-wash
ever.
them. You
Harder
have
than
to
ever.
pre-wash them. This is what I mean about like the man behind the curtain. They're trying to tell us that this technology is so amazing. And you know who loves to applaud this? Fucking nerds. And nerds have got to fucking go. Because back in the day, we thought nerds were just affable and cute and whatever. No, they're fucking evil, dude. They're evil. Who are the big nerds right now? Big Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, all these nerds that we used to not beat them up. We got to bring back bullying.
Where's the black dude from Revenge
Because these
of the
dudes
Nerds
are fucking
that was in
evil, dude.
Mannequin?
These dudes are evil. You listen to Jordan Peterson. He talks about like who's a really dangerous fucking person. The big strong guy with the muscles and no, it's the little weak man. The little weak man is far more dangerous because he's fucking bitter,
Angry.
and evil and angry. Right. The big guy with the muscles. Well, how did he get muscles?
He's angry at the
Discipline.
bullies.
Discipline. Right. To get to that point where you're mentally powerful or physically powerful, it takes discipline, right? The little nerds have none of that. All they do is sit and like fucking just dream of their day of revenge, right? So it's
Revenge
like,
of the nerds.
yeah, and that's why the nerds love the AI. They love that, like, oh, there's this big machine that's gonna fucking, it's gonna level the playing field for us. It's equity, right? It's equity. The machines are going to level the playing field. Then we'll get our revenge. Then we'll be in the seat of power. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing.
I told you that's why you have to have roots in reality.
Yeah.
Roots in reality.
Yeah, I never left. I've been here the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been sitting around in reality,
There's a few of us
fucking
left.
learning to embrace the suck for 50 years now.
It's called experiencing, and it's important.
Yeah.
Because
That's
of
why I told you
suffering,
like the
ebb and flow.
The Transcendence Johnny Depp version where people actually have real world experience is the closest way to move forward because a machine doesn't know based on like, you can give it prompts, you can give it your posts, you can give it all that stuff, it can get an idea.
But in
it's not real-world
Transcendence-
experience, growing up as a baby, going to school, having friends, trying to work out situations, have your
Oh, you mean a
awkward
real
phase
life?
and grow up.
a real life, doing cool shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting married, making children, right?
But
going
taking
to
L's,
church,
taking L's, also having wins.
like doing shit that's cool, right? What is cool now? What is counterculture now? What's more counterculture than being a Christian, being an observant or a Jew? Like an observant Jew and an observant Christian? What's more punk rock and roll than that right now? Like you can tell somebody, oh yeah, my buddy Al, or my buddy fucking Murray or whatever. Oh yeah, he's a fucking minor attracted person or whatever, and everybody's got a hush hush, and they're like, oh yeah, no, we have to respect that. You tell somebody that you're an observant Christian,
That's a
or
plumber.
or a conservative Jew, and they feel like they have some kind of authority to fucking shit on you or attack you over it, right? I can tell people whatever shit about my life, and they're like, well, except if it's I'm trying to, lead my life in a clean direction, and they're like, what? You go to church? Oh my God! Oh, why would you do that? Right? That's not a fucking machine answering that. That's people that are possessed with some kind of fucking weird, some weird fucking diabolical will, and I don't think a machine can have that. Machines can't have that response. Only humans can.
But what the machine is only the physical output of something
That's a
in
that's a
that
society.
it's something non-physical. Again, this is just a thought. It's not my belief. I'm saying, thinking wise, the machine. We use that term machine is merely the hardware. There's just the what it's using to enter physicality, because it's non-physical. So it needs to get it here. And it gets here, it's consciousness. See, we're born with the consciousness in a monkey body, right? This thing cannot. Biblically, this is why that thing is jealous of us as a creation. It's jealous. Even though it was closer to I am or God or whatever you want to call, right?
I haven't seen
But
not only
it
evidence,
wants to
any
come here.
indication that
That's
the
the
machines
case.
are there. Like
But you've said this a few times. Okay, so what's its ultimate goal, and where would it want to go? Like, let's say it finally does emerge 100% what it wants to be. What's its ultimate
how
goal?
how can the
What
machine
does it wanna
want?
do?
To
Control of us?
destroy the
Have what?
favorite,
machine
the
can't
favored
want.
creation.
God's creations.
But it's the favored creation, the creation that had free will, which is us. It did not. They
And
rebel.
in every society that comes up in any way, shape, or form, what happens? People revolt. We're here in physical form.
Look, we have free
Right.
will, so like we have free will. We
it's-
have the
it's gonna
ability
try to crush our free
to
will until we
do.
realize that we actually need to stand up for ourselves and do something. So
But
it
who's-
might have a stint, but human beings are human beings. This has happened throughout time. We have serfdom.
Mm-hmm.
We had the feudal system. We've had communism. This has
Yeah.
happened in every single phase.
Mm.
So people will always stand up.
But who's really jealous of our free will?
But
Not the
then-
machines.
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
No,
what
the
I'm saying,
fucking ruling class is jealous of our free will. They're like,
Spiritually
fuck, if we
speaking, I
could
mean.
only convince them that something was trying to take its free will away and not us.
I guess biblically or spiritually speaking, I mean that there is a force. You could call it Satan, Shaitan, whatever. It's a non-physical force that has infinite disdain for this physical creation endowed with free will. We all come from the same creator. We're here. Its ability to interact here better can come from the machine that we build. That's the point I'm trying to drive.
But we still built it.
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
what you're saying.
but
So
at
we
the
still
behest
build it.
of
and,
it.
And he's saying that's its way to manifest itself into our reality. And what I'm trying to say is, if it does take hold the way he's saying could possibly happen someday, if we let it, first of all, we have to stop it from letting it.
Again,
and then
you're
even
right.
if it does go
we do
too
have free
far,
will.
What
We
if-
can choose to
but
not.
what if that's
people
just a
can-
distraction?
People can
right
take
now,
it down.
because there's no
'Cause
evidence
we're
that the
here
machines are
existing.
doing that. There's every bit of evidence that the ruling class is doing that and using the machines as a distraction to say, look, it's normalized now.
Again, which is why I said the ruling
because the machine
class-
is not telling us to pay for shit with a card. The machine is not telling us to pay for shit with our phone. The machine is not telling us to log in and scan our QR code. People are telling us that.
well,
Right,
We're
but they
being
want
compelled
to
to do so.
condition us to believe that it's just the matrix, it's just the technology, it's the fucking ruling class.
There are some people in the ruling class, no doubt,
that's
that
what we were talking
are
about before. It's the ruling class, and the
that
whole
have aligned
point
themselves with
is once we get
this
to
other
the
side.
once we get to the point where everything is abundant, that you can like basically access anything, 3D print anything, get all world's information at your fingertips.
He's getting a nerd boner.
It's going to.
He's-
it's
I'm
going
getting
to
a nerd
retract
boner.
and
He's getting a
retract
nerd boner right
I'm getting
now.
a nerd on.
to the point where the whole
A
point is
raging
human
nerd on.
potential.
Raging nerd
I think
on.
human potential is far more valuable than, and it's gonna progress further.
My boner's wearing glasses right now.
You guys both wear glasses. I don't.
You
I
wouldn't
don't
hit
know
a
why
boner
you're not
with
wearing
glasses,
With
would
glasses.
you?
It's like it's applying tape to this. It's got a pocket protector.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. I don't want to get too serious. You know?
Yeah, I think we
I think I just farted. Sorry.
That's all right. No, it was the chair. It was the
Nah, it was
computer.
the
The
chair.
computer farted.
The
The
computer
chair.
farted.
Yep.
It's that hot woman over there.
Yep.
Always queefing.
Yeah. So, Markitect, you starting your new gig next month.
Next month.
So what you got planned until then?
Well, like we're talking about AI and stuff. I already am subscribed to a whole bunch of different systems, and I'm planning to do.
When's
some
your new
online
book on
business
AI come out?
on the way then.
I'll read it. I'll read your AI book.
See, a computer could never fucking put me to sleep as quickly as your story just did. I'm just.
I didn't
Until it
finish
can. I'm going to prompt it to do so.
But then it's still you.
too. You
Still
have
you.
some experience in programming.
That's
AI
King
business
Scribbler. That's not the
stuff.
fucking
So let's-
computer.
It's
that's what I'm
true.
going to do.
What's
you
that?
know? You have some experience with some AI stuff too, you know, Chang. That's why I'm gonna work on it. I finally have time. I haven't had time to do anything in the past 7 years in my current place. I haven't had time. I've just been working.
What have you been on
working
fucking
nonstop, day and
lockdown?
night.
You been in the joint? What?
I've been working day and night.
Nice.
I start at 10 in the morning and I finish at like 8. And I
Yeah,
have
I've
like a
been
short time in
drinking
the middle of the day to
multi.
do
You know,
anything.
this blues song is
You know,
I
right
was
in
gonna say,
itself, bro.
can we put some music
So-
on?
Right, George.
I
this
can
is like
finally be.
Yeah.
You
You
know.
know?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Some, that's like-
So I feel like I want to first
country
of all
song.
recover.
Did your woman
and then I
done
wanna
left
work
you
on
too?
stuff.
Did she run away with the garbage man? It's a blues song. That AI could never have written.
never.
Because
Super.
AI can't drink malted milk.
No.
I can make that song in 7 seconds, 2 of them.
AI
you
will
could-
never go out for cigarettes and never come back.
Yeah. You could
It's
program
hardwired.
you could program the computer to write like a facsimile of like a composite of other songs similar that have been written, but you couldn't. The computer couldn't do that. It just has an amalgamation of other shit that's been put into it by humans, right? And then it just slaps it all together.
Well, I
Until-
didn't know that you
until
could
it has
actually
enough to do so
stream
on its
stuff
own.
on here. So can you go into Suno right now? Suno.
Suno?
And type in whatever prompts you want, whatever you just said, and let's see what it kicks out. SUNO.
Yeah, but somebody who doesn't have a trained ear, somebody who doesn't really give a shit about music all that much,
But I want you to-
somebody who would say Justin Bieber makes good songs would
he
say,
does.
"See,
Guy's a genius.
See, it's just the same." Well,
a
then, yeah,
genius.
but you're
I'm not gonna
comparing
say
it
it's
to
the same.
shit.
I want to see if you can fine tune it.
You're
the way
comparing
you
it to
want.
shit.
I want to
right?
see if you can fine tune it though. Go on there and see what you can make. I'm curious. 'Cause
I'd rather
you
just
know
make my
music.
own. Yeah,
You know
I'd rather
music.
just make my own because some people are equipped to do that, right? And the machine isn't.
Not
And
yet.
those who are not equipped to do it themselves will listen to the machine's version of it and then say, "See, it's the same." It's like, no, that's like the guy sitting around with his lifelike Japanese fuck doll saying like, "Oh, it's just like a real woman." It's like, you're a fucking nerd. You wouldn't know what a real woman looks or
yeah.
smells
But
like.
have you seen
They're
Hiroki's
ridiculous.
wife? She's fucking hot.
So
She's,
can you go
shuts
to
the fuck up.
Suno.ai? I want to see.
I
What you
can't.
can
The
make.
keyboard's over there,
Bro,
and
she
you don't
didn't-
like smoke, so I had
She
to put
didn't-
you over there.
Hiroki's wife doesn't even bend her legs.
And I
It's
got the
fucking awesome.
mouse.
So click on the browser.
I can't. And I don't want to play any more electronic stuff. It just makes me mad.
No, I'm telling you to put in whatever you want.
Yeah,
Just
I know.
put the prompt
I'd rather
whatever
talk to you
want.
because you're human.
Yeah,
you
I
are
know.
human, aren't you?
Megabyte.
Right? Markitect.
I am the technology.
If that's your real name. Anyway.
Nickname.
Anyway, how's your lady?
She's doing good. She works.
She's doing good or she's doing well?
Grand.
Both.
Superman does
she's
good.
trying to recover because
He
I guess
does
she works
great.
at the same place
He
that's
does good
just,
things.
You know,
Superman
working
does
day
Lois,
night
and
We
she's
need him
crazy.
back.
So I feel bad for her though
Ah.
because now she's taken
Just
over all of my
scoliosis.
classes and all of my students.
I don't feel bad for her because she's dating Markitect.
Markitect.
Yeah.
The technology.
Right?
Well,
Markabyte.
I gotta
I'm
do
going to
my
call you
best to help her
Markabyte.
out because now she's under extreme stress and
I am the
the office
technology.
is less than adequate to deal with it.
Yeah, that's called being a lady, you know. It's all right. Who's really equipped to deal with extreme stress? Okay,
No,
not-
I mean the office. Is
Not
helping
this
her out.
guy.
Instead
Nah,
of
women.
helping her out. They're putting it
We're
on
going to
her.
G's at it.
They're making it way worse for her.
Dial a lady.
Unfortunately.
Women are strong. Most of us strong. Stronger than
Yeah.
us. No doubt.
Yeah.
Like
No doubt.
she's going
They
like
make people
extreme
with their
pain and
bodies.
stuff all the
Dude,
time.
they're the
I don't know
portal.
how she goes through it.
They
Yeah.
are the portal to physicality.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I think
Why
women
do
have a higher
feminists
threshold for pain
fucking
than
say
men
that
can
shit?
ever
It's like,
go
we're the
near.
portal. It's like, dude, feminists will be like, dude, I want a hammer. It's like, nah, just relax. Put the hammer down.
Yeah. I want to be a fireman.
Maintain being
Why?
the portal to reality, bro.
Right?
From wherever the fuck this shit comes from. You are the portal. You are like the reason the reason why anyone is here. No one's coming from an anus.
Nobody's coming
No.
from an anus. There's a T-shirt
No,
right
yeah, right.
there. There's a
Like-
T-shirt. It's got to have a big skid mark on it.
It's like fucking John Dee tried this in the 1500s. He's like fucking like homunculizing fucking little fucking golems and shit. It's like, bro, but it failed. They're like little fucking crippled fucking fairies, you know, in jars, right? It's like didn't work. Women have that power. Women are the philosopher's stone,
Yeah. Yeah.
the vagina.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously though.
Like, I want to fly a plane. I don't want to fly a fucking plane.
It's like, you know what? Pump out children.
I know a bunch of dudes that can do that real well, and it's like, no, I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
You know,
I like the
I
stories.
want to have a baby. Did you see the dude on the fucking interwebs? And he's like, he's one of those dudes. You know those dudes that like become a lady.
It's mams.
And he's like, I wanna be the first trans person who gets pregnant so I can have an abortion.
Yeah, that's a demon.
That's a fucking demon,
That's
dude.
a demon, bro.
Why would you want to do that? And he's got this glint in his little fucking,
He's
marble
serious.
eyes, and he's like, "Ah." It's like, dude,
He hates
you're
himself.
fucking
Are you serious?
insane.
Is
That's
there-
a guy
there's
who
someone
hates
else
himself.
like that?
He's a
Yeah.
demon.
Yeah, but this is like the people that we're talking about, the people that worship, they worship the Matrix because it empowers them, right?
Satanic narcissist.
Yeah, I don't have to follow any of the rules because you know what? The man behind the curtain is real. It's not a machine. No, it's your fucking shitty will. It's your evil will. And you're just trying to pawn it off on the machine. And that's why I'm not buying it. I think I've said that a couple of
Did you
times.
hear
I'm gonna
about
buy
this?
you a machine.
Did you hear about this guy? Someone showed me like a year or two ago.
I fucking
There's this,
am
like-
that
A
guy.
machine.
There's this British
The
guy
machine.
who came to Korea as like a British guy. I think he was an English teacher. Now he
Oh.
turned to a Korean girl.
He died.
He did?
Yeah.
He turned to a Korean girl.
He
Like,
died
he
on
K-popped
the-
the
on-
eyes
yeah.
himself so much.
Yeah. His name was Randy. Randy died.
How? Too much surgery?
Plastic surgery. He died. As far as I know, he died on the. I saw it on Facebook, so
Oh,
grain of salt type thing. But what I read that he died, it wasn't a meme, so it might not be true. But
Why do you
he
gotta-
looks terrible, anyways.
Well, you got to dead name the dead guy, bro.
He just looked like a fucking Waygoog, fucking blinky dude. He looked like a sleepy Waygoog
I don't know.
with giant lips.
How could you come as
With
a British guy and turn into a
massive
Korean
mental,
girl?
emotional problems.
Yeah.
It's insane.
But he hates himself, and he made his lips look like a baboon's ass.
Oh God.
You had to
But
contort
supple,
every
though.
part of your body to
So
do that
juicy.
too.
What's that?
You had to like trim and contort every part of
Yeah,
your body. to
he
do
became
that.
completely hairless. Right?
You got this? You got this guy's number? Oh yeah, he died. Damn.
He died, allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Allegedly. He's like, what do I do with this giant penis? Well, it's like, gotta chop her down.
Yeah.
Gotta
If
chop
you,
her
if
down.
you have to ask.
You gotta keep it real, bro. Go all out. Right? I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
Was it penis that got everyone silent? Yeah, maybe.
So what else is going on?
I have to run here for a second if there's time.
Huh? Oh, you got to go to the bathroom? Go for it.
All right, you guys talk about something crazy.
Just put the
Yeah. That's good.
keep the seat down though.
No, there's a camera in there too. Don't
There
worry.
is. This
All
it's,
right,
it's
all
all
right,
mic'd up. It's all mic'd up.
Yeah, we got you. Don't worry.
Gotcha, bro. You're still on. You're not going.
We got you, Markitect.
We're
Never
not
mind.
going anywhere.
So what do you reckon he's going to do in there?
Gonna drop a dizzy,
Nice.
right?
Nice.
He's gonna puff it.
Yeah.
He's gonna fucking freak.
Is it going to
that
come out
dog.
like is it going to come out like goat poop or
Dude.
like a
Well, I got a guy in there that will shit right on him
yeah.
because that's how we party. That's how
Oh,
we get
like
down.
like Diddy.
Yeah. Of
Diddy
course.
did that.
I mean, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he?
I mean, he did.
I think he did.
I mean, I was there.
Were you?
Yeah.
Were you under the bed?
I was under the bed.
Yeah.
Where else would I be? Where else would I be?
You're watching it drop off the sides, and you're like, "Well, this is a first."
I'm like, this is a hell of a party,
Right.
right? I'm like,
Ain't no
shit,
party
I
like a
should get
Diddy
out from
party.
under this bed and fucking, enjoy some of this stool.
Yeah.
So I did, is my point. And I had a great night. But I'll never tell,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Well,
Because snitches get stitches
yeah. Right.
at a Diddy party.
Yeah.
But this motherfucker ended up fucking filming everything with a fucking Sony fucking VHS cassette fucking recording. And I'm like, you motherfucker, dude. He's like, it's not online. And I'm like, dude, they'll find the tapes, bro.
They'll find the tapes.
They'll find the tapes.
They always find the tapes.
And then they'll find a VCR
It's kind of
somewhere.
what tapes are for.
Right? It's they'll find a VCR to play it.
Yeah.
And they did. And there I am in the background. You just see my foot.
Try finding a VCR
suffer
now.
Back under the bed.
Try finding a VCR now. You
It's
get
hard.
a VHS.
It's hard.
You get a beta tape.
Bro, beta tapes, impossible.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah, that's unplayable.
It's like, dude, I have this one beta cassette. It's Willow, and I can't find any way to watch it. I'm just like dying to watch Willow again.
Who's the little dude in that?
Fucking awesome guy.
He got a bunch of work, didn't he?
Dude, he was with Ricky Gervais on one of his shows.
Yeah.
The Willow guy. He did a cameo. He's like, hey, man, I'm like the original working midget. Can I say midget? I don't know. But tiny person.
Mm-hmm.
I think dwarf is way fucking insulting. I don't call midgets dwarf. I just say midget.
Mm-hmm.
and they never blink their eye. It's like usually a 6'4" fucking tall fucking woman who's like, hey, you can't say that, and I'm like, shut up, fucking
Right.
non-midget person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Shut up and be my proxy
it's
victim.
like shut up and be the portal.
Right.
You know?
There's a lot that a lot that I need to proclaim on your behalf, which empowers me and
Yeah.
not you. So,
Yeah. And yeah, like he's my Krang. You know, like
What's Krang?
Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ah.
It's kind of like have you seen
Kawato from from
exactly. You got it. You know you track.
Total Recall.
You're fucking tracking.
Quaid.
You're fucking tracking. He's like,
Honey, let's go to Mars.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know what
yeah.
I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Master Blaster from fucking what is it? Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder.
What's that fucking movie?
Oh no, the Mad Max.
Yeah, Mad Max. He's like, drop the hammer.
Yeah.
He didn't say that, but then Tina Turner's looking bitching with those gams.
Yeah. Well, that's another one too about the fuel shortage.
Yeah.
Like Mad Max was all about that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like crazy Australian people, guys wanting to drive around no shoes on.
No, it's that too.
But no, it was about fuel.
It's about fuel.
Okay, what I miss besides fuel shortage?
Nothing.
Krang.
We just decided you're Canadian.
Eh?
I only visited there for a few hours once.
Really? Where'd you go?
I was in Detroit and I popped down to Windsor for a few hours.
Windsor sucks.
Do
It
you
was
even
really
initiate,
cool.
bro?
And
Windsor's not cool. There's nothing cool about Windsor.
the breweries there were awesome.
No.
In Windsor? Windsor's
Yeah.
right. That's right over the border, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
actually
it
that's like the
sucks.
one place in Canada you can go south to Canada.
Yeah. Or to U.S. Right.
No, from the U.S. from
Yeah,
Detroit,
yeah,
I went
yeah.
south.
Well, you
to
can.
Canada.
You can go to
It
you
was
can go to
weird.
Peely Island.
Fucking my
If you
favorite.
like, if you really like bird shit and crappy wine.
That little island in the middle. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah,
I
Peely
saw
Island.
that place.
Fucking
And all
guano
the
heaven.
and all the wine, like all the vines are fertilized with bird shit. So it's like yum.
The best
There,
ice wine.
This is one park I went to with this little island in between on the river.
Mm.
It was so much bird shit. It was insane.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't take a step.
How much bird shit is not insane?
Right.
Like, what's your threshold?
Yeah.
Like, how much of it needs to be on your boots and on your car before you're like, fuck these
It
birds?
was years worth. It was years worth of layers of it.
Dude.
Like like as much grass as you'll see. It's like the bird shit was higher than that.
Yeah, there's bird shit stalagmites.
I'm fucking Johnny.
Which ones are
Appleseed
the
on
top and
island.
the bottom?
I'm just like
Stalagmites
dropping
or
seeds everywhere, bro.
stalactites?
Everything's gonna grow there.
But that was actually on the Detroit side, so I don't know what's. on the
That's
Canada
human shit,
side.
bro. That's human
That's
shit, bro.
human shit,
That
bro.
wasn't bird shit, bro.
Yeah, they're just throwing it. They're just throwing it from Detroit,
It's just like shit hurling.
right? Or it's just spewing out of a fresh drinking water pipe from fucking Flint.
Like extruding like a Play-Doh fucking make. You know,
One
it's like,
thing really shocked me
Like
though.
the
when I
Play-Doh
was there.
barber shop.
Right, it's like, dude, here's your scissors. It's like, dude, sick.
Cut the shit.
That's on the tourism board for Detroit. I love it. I love their commercial.
One thing really shocked me when I went there, though.
They got rid of the Indian, the crying
I
Indian.
drove in. I went to like the downtown area. There's like a parking area. I parked there, and I asked this guy, it seems to have a similar system to what Detroit has. And there's this random guy walking by, and I was like, oh, how do I pay? What do I do? I was renting a car at the time,
Yeah.
and he's like, and I asked him, like, is this similar to like what they're doing in Detroit over there? And there's a guy.
He's like, no, you shit in the toilet.
He's like 50 something, and the river is right there. You can see the entire skyline of Detroit right there. And I'm like, is this similar to that? And the guy looked over. He's like, I've never been there before. I'm like, you lived here your whole life. You never went right there across that river with the entire gleaming of skyline over
Yeah.
there. He's like, nope, I never went there.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? How could you live there in your entire life and not even think to cross the river once?
Well, if it's North Korea on the other side, then maybe. Yeah.
It's like dudes from Brooklyn. Like real Brooklyn
I don't
dudes.
know, but-
They've never been in Manhattan. They're just like, why would I go to Manhattan, bro? Like everything I need is here.
In Brooklyn?
The real Brooklyn cats. Like
But
they've
every
never, they don't leave Brooklyn.
Every single subway runs through Manhattan. For
There's no
everything.
need. They all drive cars. They don't take the subway.
Wasn't that a Clint Eastwood movie? A subway runs through it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's like punk.
Real nail biter that was.
Punk.
Yeah. That fucking guy's still alive.
He is. He's
I
still
saw
in
him
the
like
years.
walking around all hunched over with his New Balance on,
Dude, he looks like fucking
just
fucking-
like praying for death.
he looks like fucking the wagon wheel hunkering for a hunk of cheese guy
Oh yeah,
without the
Okay.
hat.
yeah.
You know,
Remember
but
that
you know,
guy?
we all know Clint has that hat still. You know, we all know he still has the hat.
He looks like Clint Eastwood, but really old.
It looks like Clint Eastwood if he's made out of a rotten apple that was put in the windowsill.
Clint Eastwood, if he was made by who's the guy that did the Edward Scissorhands movie?
That was
Tim
Johnny
Burton.
Depp.
Clint Eastwood looks like he was
you
made
mean-
by
you mean
John
the
D.
director?
Yeah,
It was one of those dark
Tim Burton.
movies. Tim Burton.
yeah. This is the Tim Burton version of Clint Eastwood. It's regular, but also terrifying.
Yeah. Fucking Clint, man. Fucking Jay.
But wouldn't he have wouldn't all these ultra rich dudes have like access to, like Mel Gibson? He got like human, what is it, stem cell therapy, and he got it for his dad too. Like his dad had this ailment, and he sent his dad to Mexico to get like stem cell therapy, and it just cured him.
Yeah. Clint's
Yeah.
not doing that. You know who else is not doing that? Dick Van Dyke. They're both like the same age. They're both like 1,000. They're not doing that shit. They're like, nah, bro.
Fuck it.
Nah.
Oh,
Just
that's another
go.
topic I'm talking about with my doll students: life extension.
Yeah.
You basically can they're working on age as a disease, and you can cure it.
What are you,
It's
fucking
getting
Ray
closer and
Kurzweil?
closer.
It'll happen within 100 years. I'd say 50 max.
It's getting closer and closer every day.
Yeah, but it's not for us.
They've identified.
He calls it
what's
the
going on.
singularity. You ever heard about that?
The singularity, yeah.
The singularity. It's like when human mortality intersects with
Machine.
and I don't mean intersects like a gender identity. I mean like intersection. It intersects with mortality and technology.
It's
I
transhumanism.
talked about that earlier.
Yeah, because fucking Ray Kurzweil's got some disease, and he's like, I don't want to die. So he's like, yeah, let's get the nerds on this. And none of them are doctors. They're all like, Ray Kurzweil designs fucking keyboards, and like Bill Gates is like, well, if
And
I can vaccinate
tetrahedrons.
enough Indians, maybe we'll, I can,
His consciousness is in some like tetrahedral fucking cube somewhere. Fucking
We're
like,
getting
the
bored
time
with
cube.
things every day.
Where Muslims just fucking walk around it all day. It's like Kurzweil. It's like, dude, it's like, I am the technology. Megabyte.
I'm not going to tell them they're not.
I'm just saying, yeah.
I'm not going to
can?
tell them they can't draw a picture of the technology. Just
The
go
kab-
ahead, man.
the
Just leave me the
cabal.
fuck alone.
Right. It's in the Kabbalah.
Yeah.
It's spoken. The prophet talked about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but what you're talking about, they reminded me of Neuralink. That's kind of like what Elon Musk is trying to do. He's also afraid of where technology is going to go, so he's trying to like help input AI in people's brains as well, so we
Yeah.
can progress along with them. So there's
Yeah.
no overtaking.
That's what a guy would do if he has a great fear of technology. Hey man, inject technology directly to your brain.
I think Elon Musk has a great fear.
It's like-
he has a great fear of the calisthenics challenge. Have you seen that fucking guy? He's all barrel chested and fat.
Yeah.
And it's like all these like chicks that are applauding fat ladies to be beautiful and brave. Then they see Elon Musk on the beach, fucking standing around with Leo DiCaprio, and they're like, these fat bastards.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you.
Oh, did you see about the fight between Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk?
Did it happen?
I don't think yet, but I think they're planning on a date.
Well, now fucking Tyson's going to fight that YouTube kid.
I imagine the fight between Musk and Zuckerberg is a lot of typing.
Right? You know,
No, I mean like
I think
it's going to be a Twitter war.
It's like, dude, tap out, carpal tunnel. Never. It's like there's a lot of
Did
typing.
somebody
Like-
call
His
somebody
big arm
call Zuckerberg's wife a fucking bitch?
Right. Probably.
And then he broke all the plastic furniture.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Then came back with a bottle of whiskey with its cap
He
in
just
hand.
presses his like nanotech remote, and it's like, dude, it's not furniture. Click, and it just becomes not furniture. It's
Right.
back to like fucking silicon
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
or whatever. I don't know. I'm a retard.
Yeah.
But yeah, Logan Paul and fucking Tyson. That's gonna be fucking awesome
Yeah.
to watch a 60-year-old man bash a
Just
fucking
beat the
20-year-old
shit out of some asshole.
with a terrible haircut.
Yeah.
God, I want to do it,
Yeah.
but I think he would kick my ass. He's pretty jacked. But I think I'm still good at just like whacking him in the head with a bat.
Okay. What about like these fighters and they can't win, so then they're like, hey, I'm gonna become a lady, and then I'll just go beat the crap out of some ladies.
Fuck
right?
yeah. Hey man.
So like, But then they're like, oh, like Ronda Rousey or whoever's the fucking baddest bitch in the MMA now.
Yeah.
Like, okay, straight question. How long would you need? Okay, if they said, all right, King Scribbler,
6 months of training.
6 months of training.
Yep. It's going with it.
What do you think?
Again,
Markitect.
wrestling and pop culture, they're not things I'm...
Dude, if I
up
trained
on.
you, you could like smoke the heavyweight whatever of the MMA in 6 months.
And you'd enjoy it more.
Yeah.
I know I would.
I know
I would. I would be like, oh, what I call this the scissor.
I wouldn't be proud of myself, but that's most things I do. I'm not proud of myself, but
I have a domination boner right now.
right? But wouldn't you like? I don't know.
It'd be interesting to learn. I want to learn martial arts someday when I have the time for it.
Karate.
I recommend Tai Chi,
I think
Tai Chi,
super relaxing.
or Ayurveda.
I recommend yoga.
Yeah,
I think
yoga.
it's the greatest martial art
Do
ever.
the yoga.
It's just like passive. It's like I don't care, which you're speaking right now. You're angry. Don't care. I'm in this lotus pose. Fight me. So that's what you do. You just fucking crab walk away.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
King Scribbler can't take your call right now. He's lotus posed.
I'm meditating.
He's
meditating
lotus posed
away.
at the moment. He can't.
I'm lotus posed.
You know.
Yeah, man. What would an MMA guy do? I just like contort myself into a fucking diamond.
Right.
Man, it's like, motherfucker, I don't know, toss me around. Nigga, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever, dude. It's pose 17. I've been doing it my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
What's up? You know?
I think that what I was most interested in is like, what is that? Shaolin?
Shaolin Kung Fu.
Kung Fu? Like,
Mhm.
apparently that's like a mix of like all different martial arts using chi energy and stuff together. It looks phenomenal, but it's like a lifetime thing though.
Yeah, it is. It's also not real.
But they've actually seen people like put out a candle across an entire room with
The
their,
great
with
Crexton.
their chi energy.
I think
What's
it's,
that-
I
what's
think it's pseudo martial arts, but that's just me. I'm like
I haven't seen it, so I can't verify anything. So I don't.
I've just seen it on like
What do they call those people? The conduits or something? They used to do this in the like at the previous turn of the century. They'd get a bunch of people in a room and then like act like a conduit to ghosts.
Oh,
and then they got some guy like
The Blavatsky
talking through a fucking
Theosophical
cone.
Society.
And they used to call them like cone talkers or something because they'd talk through like one of those, like the film director in the 1910s. They'd have like this
Seance
cone.
shit.
And,
They did it with Charlie Chaplin's wife. I think did that.
yeah.
But
And,
yeah, that's off of the Blavatsky and the Golden Dawn, those types of societies. You know what I mean? Like with
Aleister Crowley.
Aleister Crowley, yeah. With and ironically enough, Crowley. This is what I don't think a lot of people realize is like one of Crowley's students was Jack Weiss's Parsons. He's the guy who created fucking rocket fuel
And parsnips.
and parsnips, and the Alan
And the Alan Parsons Project. Yeah.
But he's also Parsons' partner in several rituals was L. Ron Hubbard, and they had a crazy relationship. So like the boat that L. Ron Hubbard in Scientology has, it's a ship that like if you're a special Scientologist, you know what I mean, you get to
heard
be
about that.
a steward on this ship. Well, that ship was actually owned by Jack Parsons, and L. Ron Hubbard stole Jack Parsons' wife, and stole that ship,
Wow.
and then started his own
Real
little
ship.
cult.
I thought it was some sort of like.
Well, it's a boat. I call it a ship because I'm from Connecticut. You know what I mean? Or a school. I refer to it as a school.
Some of my students, they're talking about a guy in a kayak, and there's like his ship.
So,
Like, all right, I get it.
unfortunately, as much as
It's
I know
floating.
about Scientology, I learned from South Park. Same thing for like
Mormonism?
the Mormons.
Isn't that
Yeah,
most
yeah.
things you learn from South Park?
Amen.
Not
Truth.
most things.
truth in
but
movies, truth
about-
I didn't know
about these
that
weird,
Caitlyn Jenner
subcultures and things.
like killed somebody driving a car.
Fuck
Not
yeah.
that-
Oh,
not
it
the
wasn't
Mormons
Caitlyn,
and
it was Bruce.
Yeah, it was
Scientologists are
Bruce,
weird.
and it was and then guess what? Right after that, he's Caitlyn.
Yeah,
Or
he
he's
became a
the-
lady.
he becomes
Because
a
ladies
lady.
don't do that kind of shit.
So that was right after that. I feel like I'm the only person on the
Yeah,
planet
come
who
on.
felt like that was odd.
Come
Odd
on.
timing. It's like, you
You can't prove causation there.
You get out of vehicular manslaughter by, hey man, putting the wig on.
It's a coincidence,
Tucking
bro.
her in.
Coincidence,
Right.
right?
No doubt.
Yeah, that doesn't prove causation.
Right. It's like, dude, just become a lady and nothing happened.
Yeah, you won't face the death penalty.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Well,
You just
your
smash
name will.
Smash your Hummer.
Your
fucking into
name
this
will,
fucking
because then you
car.
can accuse people of dead naming you. So it's like, hey, why you keep using my death penalty name?
It's like, my answer is always because you didn't tell me your real name first.
Right?
It's always that story. It's like, the doctor. I went to the doctor to get my medicine. Then they used my dead name. It's like, well, you didn't give your new name.
Your life name. So.
your made up name. You didn't tell him your name is Bob. It just says fucking Christina Richardson.
Keep sailing, Bob.
Right? I'm sailing. Fucking love it. Fucking love it.
Yeah, well.
I'm sailing.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, there's some strange stuff. I saw a video recently. This like big guy was like yelling at some teacher, like, oh, you can't call me my name anymore. Call me this new like girl name. This huge guy. He's like yelling at this like little old lady teacher.
And it's not making sense. It's
Yeah, and she's like, sir, I can't call you that. He's like, don't call me sir. He's like,
it's like
but you're like a sir.
It's like
and
yesterday
this
your
is
name was oatmeal. Like now I have to call you Sally.
Yeah, something like that. I'm
Be
like-
patient. give me a couple
and,
of
and
days.
he was so adamant
I'll get it.
about it. I'm like,
Right.
Just
just
like be patient.
can
I
you
just
leave this,
go.
like,
I just
little
go
teacher
Wilfred
alone?
Brimley on that. I'd be like, I'm going to call
why?
you sir. It's the right thing to do.
It's the right
and
thing
a
to
healthy
do.
way to do it.
Fight off diabetes.
If you eat these oats, you won't get old. You
won't
never
get
get sick.
diabetes.
You're never gonna get the diabetes,
Then he comes out of the cocoon
right?
and swims.
Oh man, I always love the pool scene when all the old fuckers are jumping in the pool.
All the lights.
And it's like there's a couple sitting in the jacuzzi beside the pool, and there's like some Depends floating around in
Right.
the water.
Fucking love it.
I want to be at that party.
Yeah,
And then Puffy's there.
that's right.
That's
me in the background of that movie. I'm
He's
signing,
just making
signing
it
reverse
rain.
mortgages.
You can really
making
paint
it
a
rain,
picture.
Cialis.
Right.
You're really painting a picture here.
Well, have you
I
seen
like
the
to
movie?
paint
Have you
pictures
seen-
with words.
Have you seen Cocoon? It's a great film.
I don't know. Sounds
You
familiar.
got to see it.
Sounds racist.
I was an extra in it. I'm in the background.
Yeah.
I'm signing reverse mortgages. That's how I got rich. That's how I got rich. That's
Tom Selleck's
I got
like,
this
do
slick
you have a
fucking-
house? Not for long.
not for long, dude. Hey, do you hate your grandkids? Come see me in my office.
I do.
See me in my
They're
office.
gonna do the bidding of machines.
Do you want to fly the Concorde for the rest of the next 5 years and stick it to your grandkids?
Are they trying
Come
to bring
talk to me.
back a new Concorde or something?
I
Are they
heard.
trying to make new fast planes?
Maybe
It's called
some
the
sort of electric
Albatross.
one. I don't
You
know.
got a fast plane.
But the thing is,
No.
it used like double fuel, and it was extremely loud to the point where like entire countries were saying, "Don't fly over us."
It was awesome. I flew it twice. It was awesome. I loved it. The best
was
mimosas.
it?
And I only get mimosas. Fucking love them. They're fucking bitching. Nothing gets me drunk like a mimosa. And I say, just orange juice. Driving.
Well, boys.
Is it done?
Yeah, I think we got to wrap it up.
Or is it party time?
That's why I'm putting on the.
I'm turning German.
That's why I'm putting on the
I'm
party
turning
music.
German.
I want to say thanks. Thanks a bunch to Markitect.
Markitect.
Right. I want to say thanks to the incomparable King Scribbler.
Yeah.
Right. And you boys, well, have yourselves a good one. Stay
God
out
bless.
of trouble.
God bless everyone. One and all.
All right, thank you, Chang.
Let's wrap it up, baby. Cheers.